Come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie.
Welcome back to Weezer 2, Overheard and UniSFA, a UniSFA podcast. This week, me and my buddy Cam, we've got the...
Fucking our cup runneth over, we have two friends.
We have two friends,
You've got so many
we have
friends.
Jackie and Amelia here.
You can figure out
Say
which
hi.
one's which. Just
You're allowed to talk now that the podcast has started.
I'm sorry, I spoke directly over you immediately.
No, that's fine. That's
So the thing about that is
here.
that we do this every episode.
I know.
So
Yeah, we forgot to give our instructions on how to do a good podcast, but it's fine because no one has ever listened to us, especially us.
I've never listened to an episode of the podcast.
I meant specifically
Really?
the instructions.
This
We
is
did it before the
untrue. I've
podcast.
listened to all of them.
okay, name 5 bits.
The one where you guys kept on saying Jackie Chan, and I got like a Discord notification ping in my head every time. And this happened in 2 episodes.
So I told you to name 5 things,
Is that
and the
fine?
first one was
You
Jackie.
yeah, first thing you named was Jackie Chan.
No! I didn't even say hello
Absolutely
yet.
played into the meme.
Well, you have now,
Hi everyone, it's me, Jackie.
Chan.
Chan?
No!
This is gonna be a fucking stupid one. I've been awake since 4 a.m. I've been driving for 6 fucking hours and also working today, so I'm in a fucking mood.
I'm currently
You're gonna
on a half work day at prof comp, and I'm losing my mind.
Oh wow.
I have spent most of today studying, but I have somehow managed to watch like 3 episodes of Cyberpunk Edge Runners in that.
You are
How-
excited to talk about Cyberpunk.
I'm
fuck
so
did you do
excited.
that?
You know that game that I've brought up like every single episode of the
Yeah.
podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, they made an
Yeah.
anime out of it. It's really good.
I've got such fucking like gender envy for the tall blonde lady with like the bra and the blazer.
I believe her name is Dorio in the show.
Daria. I love her.
Amelia,
She
I'm
sounds
just
like
sure
a
she
spaghetti
loves you too.
sauce.
the emotion of gay right now. I just
Shut
saw
the
her
fuck
in the
up.
corner of my eye.
She does sound like
Yeah.
a spaghetti sauce, though.
Yeah.
Dorio spaghetti sauce.
Or a JoJo.
Okay.
Yeah.
from the Italian
no,
arc.
you're right.
For this show, basically, they announced when they were making Cyberpunk, or shortly before it was released, they were making an anime as well, and then they decided to release the anime about 2 years after they released the game.
Oopsie.
Yeah, because
Big dick play.
why? It's because you can't pretend the anime's done when it's not.
Very fair.
You can't.
They just stop animating it like halfway through episode 8 and
I
you
mean,
just get like
That's
the storyboard.
Isn't that
Neon
literally
Genesis
what...
Evangelion, baby!
I haven't
Oh, that was
watched
too
it.
loud.
I've never watched Neon Genesis.
Wait, really?
No, no. Wait a second.
fucking...
Wait, no, I've watched a couple episodes.
It's very good.
It's pretty good. It's a whole thing.
I was about to say, the last show that I watched that had me as hooked as Cyberpunk Edge Runners was Neon Genesis
Oh my God.
Evangelion.
Good
I don't know
segue.
if it's as good, but they're both very good shows. And Cyberpunk's only 10 episodes rather than like 25.
Fair enough.
So
My household's been watching Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I've been watching like most of it, but I have an earlier bedtime than them because I'm weak and have a job that has a normal
weak
start
baby.
time.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
But it turns out that I have a viscerally it's a weird reaction where I'll watch a thing and be like, "Holy shit, was that an actual like payoff to setup? Is this show good?" And like I'm shocked every time I watch anything good because apparently that's so like novel to me now when content is not bad.
I think it's novel to me as well, just because I just don't watch things. So I watch something and I'm like, man, that was good. That never happens to me. And I think back at all the things I've watched and it's like, nothing.
Yeah, no, I watch a lot of things that I'm like, I want this to be good, and it's not. It hurts.
Oh man,
To the
I
point, yeah.
got that so bad with the new fucking Resident Evil show. It was so good for the first like 4 the first 2 episodes were really really good. I enjoyed them a lot.
It didn't go anywhere.
And then they hit like episode 5 and it just like steep decline down a fucking cliff, but it went from the point of being bad where I hated watching it to bad where it was stupid and I
Yeah.
was just having such a good time.
Guys, yeah, there was Jack and I
I don't
watched
recommend
that.
this show.
No, but oh man, the Weskers though.
Yeah.
You gotta love seeing a
It's just-
Wesker.
Like 8 of them. Yeah, and they had a giant fucking crocodile. I was so hyped for the giant fucking
Yeah, it didn't
crocodile.
really do much, did it?
And I was like, this guy's gonna eat a helicopter. He's gonna eat a fucking nuke. I'm so hyped for the crocodile. And then he just kind of sits there and gets blown up.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
If you were a crocodile,
No, just in general.
If you were a crocodile, what would you do?
I would wrap myself in tinfoil, get myself in the microwave, and blow myself up to fuck. Yeah,
To
Would you fit?
to fuck?
yeah. That's the tweet. I'm doing a bit. I can't claim that I made. This
I'd find the
joke.
nearest Irwin and get on TV.
Jackie and I have no idea what
I've never seen this tweet.
this
fine.
bit
I
has
actually
gone through
use
both
Twitter.
areas.
All right, but the gist of it is that tinfoil in microwave
Bad.
explode.
No, but it goes real smooth
Does
like
it?
ball. No, it
I don't
goes real
think it
smooth
does,
like ball.
Cam.
You should try it.
Cam,
No.
yeah, I think it
Don't do
does.
this, don't
I think
do
you
this
need to
to
prove
her.
this to us.
Don't
All right.
listen to Amelia.
On this episode, we blow up the
No.
fucking microwave.
No.
Let me check. Jackie, move your mic stand over closer to the microwave. We need to capture the audio.
We'll capture that bad boy as he goes.
Oh yeah, let's put the mics in the microwave. That's what it's called that for. That's why
It's
they
the
named it that.
microwave.
Microphone wave.
My. No, you've already done that one.
Yep.
My Chemical Romance.
Nice.
Nice.
They called it that
Saved
because
it.
they're a band
I
and they use
saved
microphones.
it.
Warm
I've
food
saved
with
it.
micro.
Aggression?
Warm food with micro.
Yeah, no, all right, I'm on board. Pet birds with my crow.
I'm sorry to everyone who's listening to this.
You'll know
and
who
is just listening
Micro
to us
is.
lose
Micro
our
is his
fucking
name,
minds.
right? Dirty Jobs with Micro.
Who is this man?
What?
Yeah,
Sorry,
micro. Yeah, no,
Who
I know
is
the
this
one you're
man?
talking about.
Done dirt cheap?
No, Dirty Jobs with
Dirty
Micro.
deeds don't.
No,
fuck.
Dirty Jobs.
Dirty Jobs with
Don't
Mike
do what
something.
Dirty
It's like
Deeds
a-
does.
Dirty Jobs with Micro.
It is a real show. It like came on
Yeah.
after Mythbusters for years, and I never watched it.
It's a guy does dirty jobs. I was at work once doing a dirty job of like cleaning the fucking floor or something. And I was like, man, I feel just like Micro right now. And my manager who's next, or the shift supervisor next to me was like, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
That's me right now. I'm role playing a shift manager right now. I just had to Google who this man
Wait,
was.
don't leave.
Bits that fell flat with Overheard and UniSFA. Times that a joke wasn't good. It's a good bit, but it just fucking died.
Okay, the counter for this episode is bits that weren't good.
Well, I mean, it was good this time.
Cool,
but
we're
I-
already up to like 7.
As a concept, though, like telling the story of bits that flopped I think that's a wonderful concept.
Yeah.
Where you go through a whole ass joke that just wasn't good at the time.
And you make
I
it
think
better?
it's full of
You
you
workshop
just
it?
fucking just tell the story.
Does
You
that
start
make it
telling the
better?
Brutal.
joke, and you just kind of like hit sunk cost fallacy, like halfway through. You know it's not funny, but you can't leave the story unfinished.
Oh.
I forgot how to spell either cock or mech for a joke recently, and it ruined the whole joke.
What do you mean cock? What do you mean cock or like you couldn't
like-
remember?
In
So
my mind,
I-
you've spelt this like COCH or MECK.
Yeah, well, so basically, the joke was based off of like, you know, saying someone had a huge mech, and I was like, LeMayo, yeah, check out their huge, and then like I censored the ME and mech, and it's just like, and like one person in the Discord noticed and didn't say anything, and the others didn't like pick up on the bit, but I like looked at it like later, I was like, wait a minute,
That's not how you spell cock?
it's not, I just fucked it up.
Thank you for giving us a sound clip of you saying cock.
No, it doesn't exist.
Oh, I
No,
have so many
no.
good sound clips of Jackie. I hold them in my little hands like blackmail.
Do you have one where she says cock before now?
No, but I
There's
do
one,
have.
you can have that one on
Thank
us.
you. I'll trade you for one of my Morbius ones.
No.
There's like 3.
What?
Cam, I want to let you know that the way the mic is positioned, it's like it covers up bits of your face. It's very funny to me. Originally, it looked like a clown nose, and then it moved to like a pirate eye patch.
Oh fuck yeah! I've always wanted an eye patch, dude.
It's clown nose right now.
All right,
You
how's
can
that?
have one
That's
right
eye
now
patch.
if you
So,
want.
so like
one.
unironically, I have the belief that an eye patch makes you look like you're better at your job.
It worked for Vriska.
Yeah, but
I
no, like
don't-
Vriska doesn't wear an eye patch usually, does
I
she?
don't. No, Vriska's good example here.
Well, she doesn't wear an eye patch for one, but if she did, you'd be like, oh, she's good at whatever it is she's doing.
Name me one thing Vriska doesn't do well.
Vriska's a
Being
homestuck,
good.
right?
Yes.
Cool. All right, awesome. Glad we're on the same page.
Yep, nailed it. But no, eye patches make you look like you're more competent, and I like a proper piratey one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see someone with that, you know that they're like good at whatever the fuck it is they're doing.
I should get an eye patch. Fuck.
Does hurt
Man.
your depth perception.
I should get
though.
an extra
I
eye
don't
just to
have
let people
depth
know I'm
perception anyway.
Yeah, get
really
the eye
bad
patch.
at what I'm doing.
Like in the middle of the forehead or like on one cheek, are you thinking?
Oh, this is a good... The old, like, what's the coolest place to put an extra eye? There's a character in Cyberpunk Edgerunners, he's got the old 3-eye thing going up, so he has his regular eyes, but then one of his eyes has an eye on top and an eye on bottom.
Oh,
It's
those
the
are
palm,
good.
though.
Huh?
It's the palm.
Oh,
Palm
yeah,
of the
on the
hand.
palm
Oh,
of the
wasn't that
hand.
like a children's series?
No, you're thinking of Emily Eyefinger?
Yeah, I am.
I also thought about Emily Eyefinger, but I think that's like
I'm
a great
thinking
way
of
to
Pan's
like...
Labyrinth.
What if every time you did anything, you poked yourself in the eye?
Horrible,
Right?
terrible.
Emily Eyefinger is living a cursed life.
But you
Stronger
get an eye
than
in your
any
finger.
U.S. Marine.
I mean, yeah, but
That's a low
who's
bar.
not?
Our US,
Handshake.
our US military sponsorship's gone down the drain. But
Oh,
Fuck
fuck.
'em.
I'm sorry, Blue. That's you guys.
handshake. Jackie
Oh,
and
yeah, this
Amelia
bit's
just
gonna be great for the
handshake.
audience.
That's every time they handshake.
every time anyone shakes hands, we just say handshake so that
Yeah.
you can tell that they're handshaking, even though you can't see
every
it.
time you guys shake hands, me and Cam have to get up off the room, bump the mic stands, making an awful lot of noise, and handshake to balance it out.
I'm not going to do that. Most
I
I
have
really
to-
don't want to stand up.
I have to get up and walk across the room to Cam.
I'm going to
Look him
just
in his
not shake your hand, though.
eye and his
His eye?
mic.
Yeah, the other one's got the eye patch on.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's
my
how
bad.
the audience knows I'm good at podcasting.
They can see your eye patch.
Yeah.
Audience, take a guess at which eye the eye patch is on. From my perspective,
It doesn't matter. I can sprite flip.
you
Put
can
your
sprite
guesses
flip.
in now.
I've been sprite flipping since I was 15. I don't know what you guys do.
I
Go to
used
the
do-
hospital.
What?
This is a
Just in
Homestuck
general?
bit.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no, I was gonna say I used to do Pokemon sprite edits. Like, I'd take 2 sprites of, like, Pokemon, of course, and edit them together.
I
You
actually
fucking
forgot this
nerd.
was a Homestuck bit.
I thought we were talking about art.
No, I just do it with my body.
Sus.
Why?
There's one. Okay, should I explain
Why is that
the bit?
sus?
There's one bit in Homestuck which a character has something on, like, printed on their arm, and that arm gets chopped off, so they just sprite flip. So now that their arm's back. Anyway, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Guys, I am not normal about this show. Okay, I must talk about it.
I've
Go, man.
noticed.
Hold on. Just before we start, this is the one where they've got the edge and they like sprint over it, right?
It is
Yes.
the one where there are cyber things and they are punks.
What if we couldn't decide between calling it Cyberpunk Blade Runner and Cyberpunk Mirror's Edge? The two cyberpunk
wow.
things that there are.
Is Mirror's Edge cyberpunk?
Yes, but
Yes.
not quite as cyberpunk.
It's like early stages of cyberpunk.
Well, it's like it's like leans less heavily into the aesthetic and like the
I mean, it's dystopian, but like,
it
where's
is.
the cyberpunkiness?
I
Is there like fancy technology?
feel
in
like
Mirror's
there
Edge?
is in Mirror's Edge. It's called Mirror's Edge. Surely it's a cyberpunk.
I thought the Mirror's
setup.
Edge was like, I don't know. There's a lot of glass.
It's mini parkour, right?
It's parkour, but like
It's parkour.
there's a world.
It's-
like the
I am
cyberpunk
trying
doesn't have to be the
so
gameplay.
hard to remember Mirror's Edge right now.
You don't have to.
It's just vacated my fucking brain.
It's
Everything's white except stuff that's red,
Yes.
and that's the stuff that's important to look at.
because you
just
jump
like
on
real
it.
life.
just like real life.
Speedrunners
So-
love this.
Edgerunners is delightful for someone who's played Cyberpunk 2077 because almost everything is from the game. All the music's from the game. All the locations are from the game. Like, literally scenes of, like, I know roughly where that is on the map. The apartment of the main character is your apartment in the game. All the UI that the characters use is from the game, such that one of the characters is a netrunner who's a hacker person, and when she's doing her hacking, you see the little mini game you play when you're doing your hacking
That's cute.
fun.
in Cyberpunk come up, but she's doing it like insanely fast.
I have to build a cyberpunk character called Annette Runner, and then have her not do that.
Oh wow.
Fuck you.
First name Annette, last name Runner, job, literally anything else.
Barista.
The music's great. The characters are fantastic. There's like 8 characters in that show that get like the limelight, and I love all of them except for one of them. But like he's like deliberately not likable. All the ones that are deliberate. I like all the ones except for the ones which are deliberately not likable. Can I?
You can go, man.
I'm
We're
gonna
letting you go.
I'm gonna say what the plot is because I
Yes.
want to sell people on this more. I'm gonna say
It's true.
Okay.
Because saying it's a
Sell
video
us
game
on
that
it?
no one has played
Big
does
chill.
not sell it.
Sell us on it as people who haven't played Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. I'll spoil the plot, the rough plot of like the first 3 episodes, or just like things that happen in the first. 3
Yeah,
episodes.
man, you got it.
I would try not to do anything further than that because that's like the intro. Basically, it is the story. The main character is David, who is
Dave.
Yeah, he's a poor kid living in Night City, which is this cyberpunky and futuristic Los Angeles. Basically, it's set in California. It is a capitalist hellhole. Everything requires money, and if you don't have money, you just get fucked.
Yep.
There's a scene where he doesn't have money to pay his. No, the opening scene, or one of the opening scenes, is him sitting in front of the washing machine, watching his clothes get washed, and the washing machine just stops, and it's like no money for the full cycle.
John, I need you to know that that's literally like a thing that occurs if you go to the laundromat and you need your clothes to
Yeah,
be
but this
dried
is
and you
his
have
washing
coins.
machine in his house.
No,
That is fucked up.
Printers do that now.
Printers
Like
do
real
video
new
that.
printers
Yeah.
are like, you
Do
have
But
they?
maybe I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, it's
describing
fucked up.
the current world. Anyway, he's going to this like the fanciest private school in all the city, and his mum's doing like I don't know everything to get money for it, etc. They're very poor otherwise. Shit goes down, and he is basically he has like no money. He's getting fucking bullied at school, and not like haha picked on. Like this guy's like literally just fucking beat him up. He can't do anything. He doesn't
Every
even have
day,
the,
my
he doesn't have
bully
the money
Helga
to like
picks me up and headbutts me in the spine.
yeah, he doesn't. And the kid has cyberware, which is, cybernetic implants of metal and whatnot that basically mean he can, like, punch, like, 300 times in a second.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, like, there's no chance for him to win a fight. He just has to sit there and get fucking his shit beat out of him.
No, I've seen this one. The trick is to be a sponge so that the dude doesn't hurt when it punches you.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. His hands are made of metal
No,
and
but
shit.
it's fine. I've seen SpongeBob do it, man. You just got to learn to tank the blows.
He can also barely pay for the school supplies. And eventually he's down in his luck. Shit has gone down. No money. He has to break into his apartment through a vent because the door won't open.
That's pretty sus, dude.
Because there's no...
Oh no.
I hate you. Shut the fuck up.
I'm glad Cam is getting the hate for using the word sus, even though I used it earlier.
I'm
You get
this
a free pass
explanation
to
is
be
too
fair,
long-winded.
The dude got in the vent. What do you want from me?
This explanation is too long-winded. He finds military-grade cyberware, which everyone fucking wants, and he's like, maybe I sell it. He doesn't sell it. He's like, he puts it on, and it allows him to slow down time temporarily. Or in a way that is more, his entire body like reacts
Go
so
fast,
much
yeah.
faster that it's basically slowing down time. And allows him to get the one up on some things. He eventually gets kicked out of school because he beats the guy up. And joins a crew of edge runners who are like mercenaries that go around doing
Cyberpunk's team.
Yeah, literally cyberpunk. They do refer to them as cyberpunks.
Spectacular.
And I'm like, that's the show.
Now they can win an Academy Award.
Exactly. The main thing is, though, however, that one part of the Cyberpunk 2077 world that's established is the more cyberware you put into yourself, and the more often you use it, the closer you get to something called cyberpsychosis, which is going insane. You basically go insane, and
I have too many prosthetic limbs, and now I can't think.
basically, yeah.
Cry more. Prosthetic limbs are dope.
Also, by the time you get to that stage, you have so much like all of you as metal. You have like guns in your hands and shit that you get irritated a little bit and you just go on a killing rampage. That's basically how it ends.
I should go into the Obliterator virus at some point. That's fun.
Yeah. So he is warned that the more he uses this extremely, like, powerful cyber technology,
the more times you be a cool guy, the worse your brain will get at not being a bad person.
Literally,
Oh,
yes.
hell yeah.
It's like, man, he does cool shit with this, but every time he uses it, he slowly gets closer to being insane. So there's a rising tension there.
Oh man, that's fun. Okay,
That is
I like
exactly
this.
how it is with my blood sugar monitor. Look at every time I use my cybernetic implant, I get a little bit more unhinged.
It's also another thing which happens in like the second episode is it's basically he gets it installed, he goes out, he comes back and he's like his Ripper Doc, who's the person that puts in cyberware, is like, you can't use this more than 2 times a day. If you use it more than 2 times a day, you're running serious risk of like just fucking keeling over and dying.
Hold on.
And he's like, how many times have you used it, Ted? He's like, I've used it 8 times.
No, it's fine though because he was slowing down time, so it was longer.
I feel like this bit didn't land as well as you wanted it to. I'm trying to.
No, if you
process
slow down
it.
time enough, then you can keep using the thing even more.
I know, but you're still using the thing multiple times.
No, man, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't know the logic.
Anyway, I've spoiled the setup. It's really fucking good. Pacing's
spoil
great.
the setup,
The
it's
music's yeah, but it's like the first 3 episodes. There are some like twists in there and shit.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying. You can't spoil the
the-
setup.
The music is so good. I love hearing music from the game in it. And being like, that's from the game.
Fucking nerd.
Literally, go watch it even if you don't like Cyberpunk. I'm a massive Cyberpunk fan, as I've said on this every single fucking episode of this goddamn podcast. But even then, you'll really enjoy it, and I need to talk to people about it. Yeah, the ending was something. That's all I'm going to comment on it.
I
We're
can
not
believe
allowed
that.
to ask about that.
No.
No.
No, because I want to watch this show. If you spoil it for me, I will just kick you across the
No,
room.
John, come on. What's the big? What's
You're
the
gonna
big
start
The
a
big
fire.
reveal is
end?
at the
Spoilers. Some
at
cool
the
shit
very
happens
end
and
of
then
the
the credits
show.
play.
There's no more episodes.
Damn.
Where's the kick? Amelia, you gotta kick him.
I believe there is at least one kick in the show. There's a very satisfying punch I liked.
Yeah, what'd they make it out of?
Huh?
A good one. That was a good one.
That wasn't good, but I'll allow
no,
it.
I thought it was good.
All right.
It wasn't good.
You don't
It was
get
How
This
is
is
this good, but my fucking joke about whatever else I said that was
trying
actually
to
good wasn't
process
good?
it. The time one?
Yeah, the time one. That was great.
I'm gonna zip my mouth shut. Go watch it if you love literally any media.
All right.
If you
Damn, you
don't
sold me.
don't come up to me and claim to be a fan of media if you haven't watched this specific media I personally enjoy.
Dude, I fucking despise media.
Oh fuck.
I think media should stop.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up about this.
You're gonna try.
I give him 5
What's-
minutes.
What's Warrior Cats?
Oh man.
This is the Warrior Cats episode.
John looks me dead in the eye.
I feel like he was trying to look at both of us in the eye, but we're on opposite ends of the one couch.
Didn't you see?
Yeah.
He was like a chameleon.
This
Come
is
on,
my
come on,
warrior
come on,
cat.
come on.
His name is Car Driver.
Yeah, good enough.
This is my Warrior Cat, Mountain Dew.
No,
Yeah, good
at
enough.
negative 1 point.
This is your Warrior Cat,
How dare
Garfield.
no? How dare you? Her name is Russet Moon, and I love her. I adore her.
Okay, so literally,
Okay.
Okay.
I
Children's book
associate
series.
both of you so much with Warrior Cats, but I
hate-
do not know what it is. I'll fill you in with how much do you know about this, Cam?
My warrior cat's name is Dr. Gun.
Dr. Yip?
Did I say that?
No, but you said
You
Dr.
said that.
You said Dr. Gun, and
My
that was
Warrior
enough
Cat's
for my
name is-
stupid little brain to go Dr. Gun, Dr. Object, Dr. Word, Dr. Yip.
My Warrior Cat's
call
name
me
is Dr.
Dr. Worm.
Pepper.
Good morning. How are
Dr.
you?
Worm.
I'm Dr. Worm.
No, Warrior Cats.
Okay, children's book series published by fuck me. I've been
What if
awake for a long
Animorphs
time.
wasn't sci-fi? It was just about cats.
No.
All I know is
it
it's about
is
cats who
not.
go into the woods and then join bands of warrior cats. What are the other cats? Are there warlock cats? Are there
There are
druid
no
cats?
warrior
Are
cats.
there
No, they're
demon
just
hunter
cats.
cats?
No.
Are there
No,
mesmer cats?
In terms of like,
God,
you know
I
how
wish.
Animorphs was like aimed at kids, so nobody looked too hard.
I never
at it?
read Animorphs.
And it
I
turns
learned
out it
less
was-
about Animorphs than I do warrior cats.
Oh, fuck
What?
warrior cats. We're talking about Animorphs
God,
now.
yeah, no, actually,
I'm sorry,
I'm
Jackie.
down for this
No,
Animorphs
wait.
talk.
I do love Animorphs. I'm still don't spoil the end. I'm still reading it.
All right,
You're
so
still
the thing
reading
with
Animorphs?
Still reading Animorphs. I started like
Yeah,
know if
I'm not
Yeah.
reading
or
Animorphs
something.
The
anymore.
thing with Animorphs is that it was a kids series, so people didn't look too closely at it. And if you read it now, it's like, oh, this is fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's so
Dude, they
fucked up.
turn into like ants, and it like fucking they don't have enough of their like brain left, so they're ants for a while. And it turns out that ants suffer non-stop.
Yeah.
Those kids go through it.
Those kids.
The oh fuck, what's his
Anyway, instead of like
one kid that they turn him, he gets turned into a rat, and then they just fucking leave him in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, no, they're like.
I have no memory of
okay,
that.
no, they're like. One of the kids finds out about the
Oh,
we
gang's
should-
hold
on.
powers. Wait,
should we
oh,
go through
fuck.
the
Pray
basic
at night,
concept?
Sneak at night.
Rats.
They find like
Rats.
they find a crashed alien spaceship, and like a dying alien hands them a cube, and they all touch the cube, and then they can turn into animals.
All 50 of them? All
Yeah.
No, there's
56 of
only
them?
like 6 of them.
There's
Then
6
why is there
kids, yeah.
56 books?
Because they do
Those
adventures
really
when they can
thin
turn into
little,
animals.
like different colored books on like the third shelf. That's all animals.
The dying alien dies, John.
I
He's
know.
dead.
I've read
Oh.
Animorphs.
Yeah. And then they later on get like a young alien who's also going to help him out, and he can also turn into animals.
When
That's what they do.
was a young
Oh yeah,
alien.
and it turns out that most of humanity's been taken over by brain slugs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole like main cast is living with the fact that their family has definitely been taken over by slugs, and they're not allowed to mention
I was
it.
not expecting this to be as
Grim.
sci-fi apocalyptic. I thought it would just be
Yeah, no, Animorphs
kids
is a
get
nightmare.
kids get magical turn into animals powers and they have little fun urban adventures.
No.
They
Oh,
do
no.
that, but also it's incredibly fucked up.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a whole thing where like there's like robots that have been built by like a different species, and they're like, you know, they're hyper powerful robots forever, but they're like pacifists all the time. And the kids at some point like convince the robots like, hey, help
bless
us
you,
fight this
Asimov.
fucking war, please. And the robots do it, and they're like, the robots are like fucking sitting there shaking afterwards, like, we can't forget that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's
we don't
about
have the
war.
ability to forget the horrible things that we do. We can't ever do this again.
It's about
And the kids are
war.
like, oh yeah, we just sort of compartmentalize that and try not to think about it. Because, like, it turns
insane.
out that you can do that if you're a human person. And the robots are like,
What the
yeah.
Animorphs is a really good book
Animorphs is
series.
really
Read
fucked
it.
up.
It's so fucked
one
up.
Of the
It's great.
kids, there's like a time limit on how long they can be an animal for, right? And one of the kids stays as like a falcon or whatever for too
Hawk,
long.
yeah. It's a hawk.
Yeah. And so over the course of the books, you just watch him become more and more animalistic to the point where he's like eating raw meat and
This is the-
just
well, no,
hunting
he
out
all-
the fucking
yeah,
wild.
'cause
Yeah.
This
because
is
he's
the
a
plot
whole-
of a horror movie.
He's
like,
like-
this is literally The Fly.
The fucked up thing about it is
The
that it's not
Falcon.
like he fucked up and got trapped as a hawk. He just stayed as one because his home life was awful. And like later on, he gets the ability to like transform again, but it's like, okay, cool. He can be something other than a hawk, or he can be a human, but that's got the 2-hour limit. So he can be a human for a little bit at a time,
Oh.
but he's a hawk full time.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
He's
kid
my
just
favorite
turns into
character.
a bird.
Very hard not to spoil parts of the ending. I'm not going to. Don't worry.
No,
I don't know how you.
ends.
Okay, to be fair,
Yeah.
Animorphs ended before I finished like primary school, and that's a god awfully long time ago.
Jesus
Listen,
Christ.
I started reading Animorphs in my end of first year of uni, so in 2019.
Yeah, you can bash out a couple Animorphs
Yeah, no,
books in a day if
because
you've
they're
got them.
they're tiny and
They're
I
so
read
small.
fast.
Yeah.
It's excellent reading. You can just read it. It's good. You're
And,
like,
like,
wow,
yeah.
this is very simple. But then you like think about it and you're like, wow, this is fucked up. It's
You don't
not
even have
like,
to think about it. It's like pretty like on the fucking straight in your face fucked up. And then sometimes it's like, haha, our alien friend doesn't understand currency.
Yeah, no, all of this.
My dude loves flavors because he normally eats through his hooves.
I've done some research into Animorphs.
Oh, is it the fucked up covers? I
the f-
love them.
Oh, the covers are great.
The covers are really fucked up.
I've got
the final
Alex
Animorphs
Jones
book came out.
turning into a frog. That's my favorite.
The final Animorphs book came out before I was born,
What year?
2001.
oh, thank
God,
God.
yeah,
that's
Wait, that's
when I was
before you were born?
Haha.
Yeah, I was
I'm
born in
sorry, Cam. You are
2002.
noticeably the oldest person in
Fucking
this room right now.
post-Space Odyssey motherfucker.
That is all of us, but you.
Nightmarish.
I'm glad I didn't have to experience that.
It was
Animorphs
great.
or Space
I love
Odyssey?
the monolith.
I'm sure the monolith loves
If you've
you
never
too.
like looked at the monolith, picked up a femur, and been like, I could do some damage with this, you've missed out.
I don't get it because I wasn't there.
Yeah, no, I can't explain. Kids born after 2001, all they know is not beating things to death with a femur, and eat hot chip and lie.
Guys, I want to come out of this episode and like have a burning desire to read Warrior Cats. You guys, the clock
right.
is
Oh,
fucking.
So okay, so you
Okay.
know how all that
Yeah,
fucked
give
up
me-
shit
give me a
happens?
Yeah.
second.
What if instead of like kids doing sci-fi things, it was just cats in some kind of like political medieval drama?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Close
Okay.
to that.
There's like disembowelments.
I
and
wasn't
shit.
planning on
Oh,
reading
yeah.
Game of Thrones, so this will do.
These cats
The
do like
first
atrocities
series,
to each other.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first series specifically, like the first 6 books, they had a clear like vision in mind before the publishing company was like, "Hey, we want like 8,000 of these things."
These
So
things are
it's like-
selling like fucking hotcakes. You better be prepared to ride it for the next 40 decades.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
that-
still going.
I should probably let Jackie explain the core concept of warrior cats. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Both
where
me and
where are
you
the
got
Demon
it.
Hunter cats? Where are the Titan cats?
They
I'm trying to name as
don't-
many MMO classes as possible.
Wow.
If you guys haven't caught on.
I hadn't.
I thought you were naming D&D classes.
I did D&D, then I switched to
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2, and then I just
Don't
popped on a
fucking
Destiny one
get
there.
me started.
Cam's already told
No, I'm
us
kidding.
about
We're
D&D.
still recovering.
Yeah, I've gotten it out of the way mostly. I could start again at any moment, but I won't.
Which means I'm allowed to use this podcast. I don't know why I said it like that. To talk about how much I love D&D.
Jackie, talk about Warrior
Oh,
Cats.
yeah,
so
but
there's
let's
gonna be
go.
blood
No,
spilling
let's
in
do
this
it,
room.
Jackie. Yeah, let's have that conversation,
Jackie's
you
the
son of a
first-
bitch.
Jackie's the first ever guest on the podcast to purposefully sabotage it.
No, I want to talk about Warrior Cats.
Okay.
Go, dude. We all want that.
You don't want to talk about D&D?
I'll talk about Warrior Cats. Fuck you.
If you don't talk about warrior cats, I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so basically, yeah, the premise is that it's like, it's cats, but they're not like, yeah.
Are you
they're
telling me
cats,
they're
you stick 'em-
warriors?
I'll
Some
hit
of
you.
them, yeah.
They're cats. You stick them in the forest, you give them the concept of religion and government.
Note that these are like regular real life cats and like the human world exists, and some cats are just pets and it's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
it's
about
not.
cats that aren't pets, but some of them used to be pets.
Yes. Specifically the main character.
Yeah.
Is there like a Joker cat that was like, they live in a cat society? They live, the
Soul a
masters.
Joker?
Soul is kind
Soul's
of a
kinda
bit of a Joker cat.
core.
The Joker for cats.
It's like the Joker, but for cats.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, fuck.
Look at his little purple suit.
The sleeves
I'm
are too
having
long
such a
for his
good time.
goddamn little paws.
Yeah.
You get exactly what you deserve. That was me trying to do a cat. I'm like, I'm going to put a
That's
cat
what cats
pun in this
sound like.
sentence, and then I
Yeah.
just didn't.
You
just
just
didn't.
you just said a regular quote.
I was like, I'm going to put a
Just a
cat
little
pun in this
voice.
sentence, and then I didn't. I used my little cat voice.
Okay, warrior cats. There, at least in the first series, there are 4 clans: Thunder Clan, River Clan, Shadow Clan, Wind Clan. Okay, I didn't do any repeats. They all live in. I had to double check. I was like, did I fuck up
You're
there?
thinking
Name 4
hard
things
about
that aren't the same thing. Hold on, let me.
Fuck.
The 5th clan. We already know what it is.
It's Sky Clan, baby.
Jackie Clan.
The good bit counter's at 3. We're slowly climbing back up that
The ratio is
ratio.
being fixed.
That's right. I'll fucking
Bro,
try and think
the
of as many
people are
shit
posting
bits as
good
I can
bits
to
in the
post
Q-
one after another, bring it back down later on.
Bro, the people are posting good bits in the QRTs.
What?
No, I got you, John.
Oh,
I
right,
used
Twitter.
I used Twitter. I got you.
I will never use Twitter.
You literally
Unlike you,
quoted
I
a tweet
could-
earlier.
Yeah, man,
did.
because I get it like curated for me by people who see posts and are like damaging themselves for me.
It's fine. Twitter's
I
fine.
could carry the ring,
Twitter's fine.
Twitter's fun.
or at least I could not pick up
Twitter's
the ring.
not fun. Twitter's just there for
No,
me.
Twitter's great fun. I have there's
Twitter
gay,
contains
gay
enough.
cats.
Okay, Twitter contains enough content that some of it's good, sure, but like anything with that much content, some of it'll be good. The trick is that you got to find other people to tell you what's good.
Yeah.
And that's why. And that's an apt metaphor for warrior cats.
Yeah.
We're bringing it back, baby.
John so
clans.
desperately wants us to describe warrior cats, and we keep
There's-
getting taken off.
There's
You know,
four clans.
okay, you
They
guys
live-
get one more chance, and then I'm gonna go talk about something else.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna spoil
Jackie and I are
the-
gonna fist fight about D&D.
I'm gonna spoil the ending of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and then Amelia's just gonna. Well, we're gonna fist fight, but it's mostly just gonna be her beating me up.
Jackie, you want to learn to cranial joust?
Sorry.
Cranial jousting.
Do you know what those dinosaurs
You
did
sort
that
of
had
tilt
like
your
bone
head
heads?
down and run at the other person who has also tilted their head down and is running
Isn't
at
that
you.
like a chicken?
That's my
Dinosaur.
favorite dinosaur.
I
You
guess,
should know
yeah.
this. I
Isn't-
don't think I've talked
Isn't this
my favorite dinosaur
isn't
about you.
isn't
I
that
think
just
we
chicken?
just pulled the rare two conversations at once in a podcast.
Isn't that just chicken?
I don't think anything that either conversation just said is
Isn't
going to
that
be
just
understandable
chicken?
to the audience.
Isn't it just chicken?
No,
What is this?
no,
The
because it's
Stormlight
not about
Archives?
not being a coward. It's about doing damage. It's not about like who can run at the other person and like not hit their head against the other head. It's about how hard your head can hit their head.
Cam, I
kind
think
of-
the fact you're suggesting this.
Imagine if you went to a fucking tournament to watch jousting and it was like the knights are like, ooh, I'm turning away at the last second because I'm scared. Fucking, I know that'd be dog shit. You want to see something hit something else?
The gay chicken tournament.
I'm glad someone brought
Imagine
up gay
imagine
chicken.
go to a gay chicken tournament and nobody kisses.
Warrior cats. Warrior cats. There's 4 clans. Thunder Clan, River Clan, Shadow Clan, and Wind Clan. They
Do
did.
the different clans have jousting tournaments?
No,
They
they just
do not.
fight sometimes.
Don't try to derail us, you
Oh my
fucker.
god! They live in the first books. They live in these territories called the forest territories. In the middle of the forest, there is
That
a
lines
meeting
up.
place. Yep. And their religion is they believe that there's an afterlife called Star Clan, where all their dead cats go up. They join the Milky Way, which they call
Silver Pelt. Yeah.
This is remarkably
so-
similar to elves.
Oh yeah, no, it's a highly derivative of any fantasy ever.
That lines up.
But yeah, no, you get these cats and they live in their little societies. Haha, jerka. What?
Hey, I
What's
had my
up?
hand up. Question. So, does any point during the series does someone like trying to make like a diplomatic thing be like we're all going to be in Star Clan in the end? Is that a thing that's said? I feel like that's a thing that would be said.
Maybe. There's
Okay.
a lot of books.
There's a lot of books, and we both checked out about halfway through what is currently written.
We both checked out exactly at like the same point because I think we both read the final book in Omen of the Stars, which I've forgotten the name of, and we both checked out.
All right, but Starkland is what you call it when you get the whole of Winterfell together to play fucking CS:GO.
Yes.
That's the Starkland, baby.
Next
The
question.
ratio is going up. We're getting there.
Yeah, there's and then
If you don't describe warrior cats fast enough, I'll say something dumb. This is true of everything.
Cam has bonked his mic.
Straight up fucking chopped my cable. There we go.
I just don't edit out the mic bonks. By the way, I can't be
they just
fucking
stay in there.
bothered.
The audience has to
okay.
know how stupid I am.
Yeah, so you've got these cats, and they're like regular house cats, right? And that's where the series gets really fucking funny if you take a step back from it. Because they're like practicing medicine. In some points, they have stone tools and amputation. And
They're just cats in a forest.
they're
though.
just
Yeah,
little
yeah.
guys hanging out with their
And-
fucking complicated systems of government, and it's not that complicated.
It's not that
and they just get in
complicated.
fights constantly. Like that's half the thing.
Do
the
each
series
clan
is
have
about.
like different systems of government or something?
No.
It's the same.
Bold of you to assume
They just
it is
disagree on some
that
things.
interesting.
Do you think any kids ever try to teach their cat to use stone tools after
Yes.
reading this book?
Me
No.
Cow
as a
tools for
child.
cats.
Cat tools.
Do you think any kid ever read Animorphs and was like, "This is real. I'm really scared of being a falcon"?
Yes,
Forever?
that was me.
I think it was more like, oh shit, the yerks. But, you know,
Oh, so the Falcon bit.
being a falcon seemed really cool as a kid, because as a kid you can't really process how fucked up Tobias's life is, and you're just like, oh, sick, he's a bird. That's
Oh,
dope.
sick. Oh,
And
that's so
bird
cool.
is
He
the
flies
word.
behind cars and he can tell how fast they're going. God, that's so cool. I wish I was like Tobias.
is cool and edgy, and
I
he's
love
like
Tobias.
a loner, but he's a bird about it, and it's like, oh, that's cool. Hawks is pretty cool.
I'm so sorry
And
for
then
your
if you
loss,
reread it
Tobias.
as like somebody with like a fully formed brain, which is like you should never do that. Having a fully formed brain is it's no good.
Were any of the Animorphs people, could they turn into chicken? And were any of them gay? Was there a gay chicken?
Oh, good God.
I'm sure they turn into chickens at some point. They turn into most stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did they turn into other people?
I don't remember. I
So-
stopped reading before.
Can they turn into
I think-
Neanderthals?
okay, so They got to touch the animal to
Yeah.
turn into it. Usually,
Yes.
So they got to like.
Oh
absorb
yeah,
it.
What
so
if
it's
they-
really they
what if they touch,
write
like, mammoth
so
bones?
deliberately
probably
writing
could.
a zoo comes or like traveling fucking circus comes to town
like a
so that
petting
she
zoo.
can be like, I'm going to touch a tiger and now I have tiger powers.
I'm gonna go
Because
touch
they
a tiger.
ran out of interesting animals.
This cannot go wrong as in the process. Also, I have so many ideas for animals. I haven't even read it. I should be the next writer.
Animorphs
of
is
Animorphs.
pretty good.
Animorphs too.
Animals too, electric
Yeah, you read it as an
Boogaloo.
adult and you're like, I don't want to be a bird forever. Tobias's life sucks, and I'm sorry that kid's having a rough time of it. God
Warrior
damn.
cats.
Yes, I was about
Wait
to
a
say, I
second,
can't help
warrior
but notice
cats.
we've stopped talking about warrior cats again.
This is not even our
I'm
fault.
really bad at explaining this
I
series,
mean-
so instead I'm going to explain the naming conventions because I kind
Yeah,
of
'cause
have
it's
those
like
down.
home stuff like
Wait,
that.
again, no, it's easy. You just put one word and then another word.
It's
it
like
doesn't
the
matter what they
loose
are.
thing is like adjective noun, so like tall fang or fucking like sparrow feather or whatever.
Biggest, thickest.
Yes. So it's
Actually, that's true. What do the warrior cats call chickens?
I don't
Food.
No,
remember if they've
do-
encountered a
They do
chicken.
encounter chickens. 1 point. No,
What do they
encounter
call
sheep.
roosters?
What?
Then we get the suffix cock into warrior
Yes,
cats.
You cannot.
I think
No,
you
you
can.
can't.
No.
I think we should continue just being like, does this happen in Warrior Cats? Does this happen in Warrior Cats?
Wait.
My favorite thing to do to upset Jackie, and everyone's favorite thing to do as soon as they learn about warrior cats naming conventions, is to make the worst name you can.
Yeah.
I think my best at the moment is Nut Moon, because it's
That's not bad.
Nut Moon specifically because it's a bastardization of her beloved warrior cat's OC Russet Moon, the one from Quiz Night, if you'd remember.
I
That's
remember
my baby.
Garfield.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
fucking dare you.
That's a
Yeah,
legal
pretty
warrior
good.
cat name.
Again, no. Okay, break out of your bounds. Like, there is no such thing as an illegal warrior cat name. I can just say any 2 words now, and Jackie has to deal with it.
Car Cat
That's
Bantus.
The like
Snake bus.
They don't know what bus is. They call it monsters.
No, they
Snake
invented bus
monster.
now.
Kid Falcon. Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh my god.
that's 3 words, but
15 bees.
No, it's-
B is fine. B would work. You could have B fur.
you could have 15. You could have 1 bee.
Dog robot.
Ow.
Robot dog.
They do have dogs. They know what a dog is. They call dogs. They come face to face with dogs.
Jackie, we're so far past the point where you can be like, that's got you can't criticize me anymore. I've left.
I want to talk about warrior
Okay,
cats.
so
We're trying to
so
let you.
so there are cats that are in clans.
Yes.
Yes.
They have like rudimentary government technology,
Yes.
Yes.
religion.
Yes.
They do not get
They
along.
fight a bunch.
They fight constantly.
Why is it good?
Because we read it when we were kids, and now we've hyperfixated on it as adults.
Basically.
Oh, it's like so what I should have done it with Homestuck.
You know, so kids love to get into a fucking like playground and pretend to disembowel each other, right?
Yeah.
Kids adore that.
Yeah. Also, the first series was really fucked up. There's the aforementioned disembowelment. Guy kills a mother with children and lays her at the end of a path of prey.
of dogs.
Yeah, so specifically so he can lead a dog pack to his clan to kill them all.
Fucking Sasuke over here.
Yeah.
Well, spoilers.
I actually don't know what Sasuke does. I'm just
I
thinking
think
of that
it's-
fucking the Rugrats Naruto edit.
I'm thinking of
Why did you
the
kill our whole
extended period of
family
time where
to
my
get anything
phone lock
free at any
screen.
shop?
I'm sorry, we're both talking at the
Yeah, I'm
same
sorry.
time.
Good job, everyone.
I'm thinking,
This podcast is your first ever choose your own adventure. Choose which conversation you want to listen to.
Wrong answer.
Amelia
You
and
get
Cam
both.
can't shut up. What should we say at the same time? I'm just now thinking of the extended period of time where my phone lock screen was Sasuke Keanu Reeves.
The wide one.
No,
Okay.
it was an edit of him as Sasuke.
Wake the fuck up, ninja.
No, I know, but like, so, you know, sometimes Eddie Keanu Reeves will be just the aspect
Widened.
ratio will be widened.
I'm gonna make an argument for why warrior cats is an excellent thing to get into, and it is because of the fandom. It is
Oh,
generally
yeah, no,
very
it's
big.
insane.
It's very big. It's very creative. It's been ongoing since the series came out.
In, like,
Something-
2003, I
Yes.
think, yeah.
Something about the series, like, gripped fucking teenagers and kids by the throat and made them want to learn how to
Was it-
animate.
Was the kitty cats?
I was going to make the same joke. Was it perhaps the cat's
I think it's the
fangs?
fact that you don't have to figure out how to draw people, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this thing has a, like, thriving fucking art, animation, writing, etc. community.
Yeah, I've seen some of their, like, they've got like whole AMVs. They
Oh,
made.
yeah. they're
there's some
insane.
gorgeous. Like, especially back when I was younger and it was the only thing I watched, I still thought it was fucking insane because people were fucking animating 4-minute long videos in their free time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
now
nuts.
the people who were doing that 10 years later are still animating stupid fucking cats.
Yeah, and then like,
so
people
they've
have
gotten
joined in. Oh,
Good.
sorry.
No, we've been talking over each other constantly. I don't think the audience is going to notice the difference.
As long as we're trying, it's fine.
We're not trying that hard.
Trying.
I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah, the first thing, one of the first things I think about when I hear the words warrior cats is then also AMV
Yes.
afterwards.
This
They are
may be-
prolific.
Can I ask a potentially difficult question?
Go on.
Go
Does
ahead.
the fact that they're cats and that this is an inherently silly premise if you step back help or hinder the what I can only assume is absolutely insane fandom drama that you must have from a fandom this big and this long?
Oh, the fandom.
Like, what's the most fucked up fandom drama
I'm
you've gotten about
no,
these
I'm
no,
really
cats?
not an online person, so this is a Jackie question.
Oh no,
the
this is
most-
for sure a Jackie
the
question.
most
Oh wait, no,
This is the
I know
only Warrior Cats
exactly what
question
you're
only
thinking
Jackie
about.
No, I don't think you do. I think you're thinking of Scourge's Collar.
I'm
which is
thinking
my
of Scourge's
favorite.
Collar.
That's my favorite piece of drama, but it's not actual drama.
I'll explain this in a minute. It's
The-
so
The
stupid.
most recent piece of drama I can think of for the
No,
Warrior
not most
Cats
recent,
fandom-
most fucked
No,
up.
yeah, this is the most
Okay.
fucked up one. Is there was this big artist who was like making these AMVs and like these multi-animated projects, which is MAPs. Unfortunate that it's also
It's like, look, there's
Map.
so many things that map means. There's a better obvious one. Don't worry about it. Shit can mean more than one thing, especially when you're only using 3 fucking letters. Good lord.
UCC
Have you seen a
moment.
fucking, like, an old arcade game scoreboard? You got 3 letters to use.
Ass.
All right? Yeah, it was
immediately.
ass supremacy,
Ass,
but, like,
tits. What
you
else
can't
can
fit
happen?
tits
You
into
can't
3
fit
letters. You
tits.
fit one.
Tit.
Tit is a legal Warrior Cats
Yes,
name
yes, it
session.
is.
Cream tit.
Nice.
Oh my fucking god!
Wait,
Warrior
keep
Cat a
explaining
legal name?
cat drama to us.
Would
No,
you be
there
able to
was-
have a warrior cat called Warrior Cat?
Yes.
No.
Well, they understand the concept of what both of those things are, so in my mind that justifies being able to slam it together as a good shitpost.
Yeah, no, the problem is it requires
Shitpost.
it requires a cat in the clans to name their kit Warrior Kit, which is something they wouldn't do.
They
Why
would
wouldn't
have
that
to
sound like a
actively
cool
look at-
dude? This is my son Warrior Kit. He's gonna beat your ass.
This is my son Warrior Kid. He is a warrior. He is the best warrior. His
I'm
name
gonna
is Warrior
raise
Warrior.
him to fight because I'm a monster. You know, the usual, like, I'm not a good parent, but my son can beat your ass.
No, they all do that. They're all terrible parents who teach their
Well, then why
children to
wouldn't
fight.
they call their kid Warrior Kit?
Because you gotta. Oh,
Barbarian
fuck.
kit.
I'm right, aren't I, Jackie? Warrior Cat is a perfectly legitimate name.
And you can't refute him.
Surely Warrior Cat's the original one that actually founded the clans, and
No,
like that's
that
why they're called
is-
Warrior Cats.
They actually have.
No, they
a
retconned
series.
that like twice.
God cat.
What?
G cat.
They
Fuck,
had the
how did I-
original. The other thing about this
to do, John? What happened
I
there?
accidentally
Homestuck
made a
himself.
Homestuck reference.
You fool.
he's
But
bursting
yeah,
at the
sorry,
seams with
fandom
Homestucks.
drama.
Oh. Sorry, we went
We got
on like
distracted
4
by
different tangents.
Yeah. Oh, that's just how it is, though.
No, there was this one artist who was like really big for being inclusive in their maps, being like really open to new artists, like young artists who don't have
what
like
artist is it? I'll
portfolios.
see if I can remember this halfway through.
Drakenator.
Yes, okay, I remember this. Keep going.
And they got fucking massively cancelled for being just a not nice person online.
Like, they did something wrong, or they just weren't very cool to be around.
I was not very cool to be around. I'm trying to remember the specifics.
I don't.
That's okay. If
I
that's
remember
some big
hearing
fucking
whispers
drama,
of this
that's
on the no.
wild to
The
me.
funniest fucking drama is that the authors keep, because there's 6 authors writing
Fuck,
under
I
one
forgot
pen
about
name.
Dubwing.
Yeah, there's no fucking continuity. So they introduced
Oh,
this
it's like
cat.
the newest Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
like
continuity.
anything that gets made now.
Yeah. This was the blueprint.
Oh, we'll get into Lord of the Rings soon.
We won't.
Yeah, so fucking Cat Dovewing, alright? They introduce her with yellow eyes. They immediately drop that. Now she has green eyes. Then they forget that. Now she's got blue eyes. Everyone is fighting over if she has blue or green eyes constantly. There are wiki changes. There are people getting banned. There are fights in the streets.
It's really
It's
fucking
insane.
funny.
It's still
Sometimes
going on.
you
It's
just
quite funny.
gotta. Sometimes you just gotta accept bigger Luke theory and move on.
Yeah.
Specifically, the wiki got really fucking salty about it.
Fucking
The
yeah.
Werecats wiki got fucking upset when
this-
anybody
The
tried
wiki
to
is
be
a
like,
mess.
This is the equivalent
It's
of if
much
people
better
got
now.
like legitimately heated about bigger Luke theory, and that's very funny to me.
Yeah. The other one is
You
a very
guys know bigger Luke theory. This is hold on. The audience has to know about bigger Luke.
No,
theory.
go on,
Yeah,
tell
go
us
ahead,
about
go
bigger
ahead.
Luke there.
So in some shots in Star Wars in the original movies, it looks like due to the camera angles, Luke's like a couple of fucking centimeters or like less shorter, and the theory is not like, and they're basing this off of Harrison Ford in other frames, right?
Yeah.
And the theory is not that like they shot it different or anything. The theory is that there's two Lukes, one of them's bigger.
I have seen this.
And so yeah, there's the bigger Luke. I adore that. That's like like when you're over analyzing media to that degree, right? You're like
some part of you
you're
is
having
fundamentally
you
broken.
must be having fun with that, right? And that's what's most important to me is that it's fun. No one can get upset about bigger Luke theory because like fuck, what if
if there
well
was?
hold on, there's two Lukes and one of them's bigger.
Hold on,
I'm
this-
actually a smaller Han truthist. I think that there's not a bigger Luke, it's
Controversial
just
take.
that sometimes there's a shorter Harrison Ford.
Han's size changed first.
Yeah.
I'm a fan
I
of the
think I might
theory
have
that
just-
he's made of rubber, and when he gets warm, he expands a little bit.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ooh,
I think I
interesting.
might have just made the ratio a bit lower.
Oh,
Dude,
you
don't
did.
worry about it.
I'm sorry.
I have-
Fucking ratioed.
Ratio. No.
What do you have?
Ratio.
You
They're
announced that very
ratioing you in the
excitedly.
force.
I'm Kylo Ren. The Force is so strong in my ratio.
Oh man,
I have. Have you guys ever heard of the? I was looking through my notes of podcast bits because I make notes now of things to bring up on the podcast.
Oh, I had them all sitting in
Have
my
you guys
brain
ever heard of
and
the
they fell
card
out.
game Egyptian Rat Screw?
No.
No, but go on.
It has nothing to
I'd
do.
love to screw an
Cam
Egyptian
hasn't
rat.
said no.
I don't want to say if I've heard of this or not until I know what it is.
It has nothing to do with a.
No, just say what it
Egyptians-
is, man.
Okay, it's like Snap, but like on crack.
Okay, I think you're going to say on motorbikes, and I was like, yeah, I've seen that season of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I know the one you're referring to. I tried watching that. It wasn't very good.
No, I assume it was bad because it's about card games on motorcycles, but I don't think anyone ever watched enough of it to be dead sure that it ended badly.
I
'Cause how
I
could
didn't
you
watch
get
enough.
through
I think
that?
I stopped when he was in the prison.
So
Also-
who wants to watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh with me?
No, it's
I'm
not Yu-Gi-Oh! It's
down.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I'd be so down to watch original Yu-Gi-Oh! Not this. Not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, God.
5Ds.
Oh man,
The
do we
thing-
it's
remember
not-
fucking Bakugan? Remember
Yes.
those fucking
I
things?
love
Yes.
Bakugan.
I saw just enough Bakugan to be like, that looks like I'd enjoy the hell out of it if I was like a couple of years younger and able to watch it more.
Hey Cam, guess who in this room is a couple of years younger?
Yeah, no, I know, everyone else, right?
All of us.
Okay, I had
I-
Bakugan. No, I have two younger brothers of things. I had Bakugan.
Oh, they're so
Good.
cool.
They are.
You just stick them. Like I used to stick them to the fridge because
It's
we
a
didn't have any
fucking
fucking
little
magnets.
marble blaster. You
you
can put a
watch the
kid's
show?
eye out with that. That shit's dope.
Did you watch the show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to remember the intro because the music was really good.
I just had like a
Give me
little
a-
red ball guy and a little white ball.
This is Bakugan.
Is that what it sounded
That was like the very end of the intro. It
I
has like
just
a bit
liked
where
it.
it explains the plot. It's like one day we were all this magical cards started raining down from the city.
That's Digimon.
No, it's also Bakugan.
Okay.
Also, probably Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't pay
Also
attention to
probably
Yu-Gi-Oh.
second from the top in terms of most practical premise, below Beyblade. And second from the top, no, third from the top in terms of coolest premise, below Beyblade and Crush Gear. Crush Gear had the best premise, but unfortunately sucks shit to try and use in real life. Because
Did you
can't make-
ever try and play Bakugan, like
Yes,
the game?
actually.
It sucks.
My
Oh, no, the
brother and
game
I
sucked, but
had
you can
one
just shoot marbles at each
Bakugan
other.
each that my grandma must have picked up from somewhere because she just gave us things sometimes that were just like unrelated kids' toys. So we had one each, and they were the coolest fucking thing. We had no idea what it was or how to use it. And I found this out like 6 years later.
Me and a good friend of mine who has the exact same name as me in high school, we remembered Bakugan the same time. Like, let's bring in our Bakugan. We can play it in school. So we bring in our Bakugan. We start playing. Like, we've read the rules. It's very simple. Turns out the game is extraordinarily shit.
That doesn't surprise me.
The game is
Explain the rules.
you place down a card,
Yes.
the magnet cards,
Yes.
right? You roll down your things on them.
Yes.
You flip the cards. You
Yeah.
apply any effects. Whoever has the highest number wins.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
the
Marble
thing
blasting
about
thing
that,
doesn't come into it.
huh?
What about the little marble blasties?
What?
The Bakugan.
Yeah.
No,
They're just there?
You just
They're just
you
there
just
to
put
look
the
cool.
guys.
No, I'm sure that I had like Bakugan as like because my brother's got it as like a Christmas kit, with,
Maybe.
like a stadium, and like there was thing like little flippers and such.
Maybe like there's also like the
Beyblade?
things you can add on as
Beyblade
well
was
that
dope.
like the newer ones they had like modifications you could put on.
One day I'll get Unigames to fucking buy 50 Beyblades.
I was
and,
just
No,
about
yes.
to fucking say, do you want to start a Beyblade league with me?
no, straight
Yeah,
up. I
I'd
want
be down.
Unigames to buy 50 Beyblades and a little dish, right?
Yeah.
And then you can draft the bits.
I know.
Oh, man.
I know you want this, Cam.
Because it sounds fucking great,
I'll sponsor that personally.
right?
It doesn't
I think
have to
it would
be
great to bring
Unigames
out
venture.
on like fucking like charity vigils and stuff.
Oh
Like
man.
what, fucking $2 into the fucking Beyblade tournament.
Cam, you're too smart for this.
I
whole-
know, I'm so fucking smart.
Cam, I'm so sorry.
You had your
Every
smart boy
time
medicine.
That's
It's kicked
plus
in.
5 to the
Aw,
good
my
bits.
brain
Not
is
because
so
it was
big.
funny, because it's very good.
Beyblades isn't happening. I'm
But
so
but,
sorry.
but the thing
Cam.
about when I say the higher number, I mean the effects on the cards were like almost useless, and they have the number printed on the Bakugan.
Oh,
and-
the game you described sounds dog shit.
Yeah, and the thing about Bakugan is I'm pretty sure they had a lot of power creep. So it's like, oh, your numbers are just like higher than mine by 1,000.
wow.
Mine are 2,000.
like
Yours are
playing top
3,000.
trumps.
There is literally no fucking way I can win.
I
It's
love
not-
the power creep of Bakugan.
And I'm like, got my really old ones. Like this was 600.
It's
sucked.
just so
It
you can
sucked
keep
ass.
buying the little plastic toy that go bang. You know?
It's all about the orbs.
I had a bit of my Bakugan stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
What?
Okay, does
be like
anyone,
old school.
do any of you remember, there was a one day on the UniSFA Discord which I was screaming about a little guy.
Yes. Yes,
I
don't know
think
what it
this
is.
is in the period when I was a hermit, so go on.
This, there's a neighbor on my street they have a son who is kind of annoying. Sorry, Jack.
No, kids can be annoying, and it's
Kids
like
can
not
be-
their
I think the
fault.
main thing is
but
he's
it
just
is-
really fucking bored,
Yeah.
right? But that goes into, hey, please, like, I want.
interact with me.
Yeah,
adult.
interact with me. Like, he'll come into my room and then he'll just keep asking me questions and be like, can I look at this? Can I look at this?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, you're really bored. I feel bad for you, but Jesus Christ, you're annoying.
No,
It
that's
ca-
how it is with kids.
When I had my
rough.
breakdown, which I was just, like, live vlogging, I just had my door locked, right? I had my door locked. I didn't respond. I had all my curtains down. He didn't know. He couldn't know. He was knocking, like,
Aw.
please let me in. Please. He was like,
Aw.
there's someone here to see you, John. There's someone here to see you. And I'm like,
You can't deal with that right now. Yeah,
if
but-
it was someone there to see me, they would just knock themselves. I know it's you, bitch.
Oh, that's what you mean, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the someone there to see me was him.
Yeah.
He was like using advanced tactics. But many months, maybe even a year before this incident, he was around before, and he eventually got me into looking at my Bakugan, and he was like, "Can I have some? Can I have some?" Like,
Aw,
no,
so
those
he
things
just
are worth their
fucking-
weight in fucking gold.
I think I gave him like 2 that I didn't really care about.
That's fair, man. That's a cool thing to do. Is to be like,
That is,
"All right,
but
man."
like,
but no, yeah,
but like, it's like feeding seagulls.
it is.
It's like next time he comes around, it's like, "Can I have more?" And I'm like,
No,
"No."
mine.
No,
No.
kids are like that.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad, but also like I'm gonna go insane.
Yeah.
Rough, 'cause,
What
like,
was I talking about?
Your Bakugan got stolen.
Yeah, that's how
was
it got
okay.
stolen.
so you had your willpower crushed by a baby.
Yeah,
That's fair, man. I don't know. I
Egyptian rat
I
screws.
saw that happen a lot because I have 2 younger brothers, so we would always like we could entertain each other in theory.
Okay, I need to explain Egyptian rat screw because I
Yes.
need everyone in Cam Hole to be playing it. It's like Snap but on crack. Shut up and sit down. Have a great video explaining it. Card
love
games,
that YouTube
card games
channel.
that don't suck. Egyptian rat screw. So it's Snap, right? Snap. If the card matches the one underneath it, you have like your
snap.
deck of cards, right? You
think I've
deal out
played
the
this
deck
under
of
a
cards
different
face down. I
worse
think it's also
name.
called like Beggar Thy Neighbor or whatever.
Yeah, I think I've played this under a worse name.
Yeah.
Egyptian rat screw is a pretty like top tier fucking name.
You flip
Yeah,
like the
no, the one I'm
cards from
talking
the
about's not
top to
good.
add to the center pile, and as soon as there's like 2 matching, you slam down and add them to your deck, and then whoever.
Is this the one where there's like 4 other rules that you have to learn by watching it?
Oh, if only there were 4.
Well, like there's a shitload of other
There's
rules.
a shitload of
Yeah.
other rules, including threes. So
I think yeah.
so not just pairs. If there's
no,
a
but
3,
is this
so
the one
that
where
means
you're meant to learn by watching it though?
No, I think that's shenanigans.
I think that'd be funny. I think that'd be funny to do. But so I'm just see if I can remember all the other rules. If
We have
there's-
no way of fact
If there's
checking you.
3, yeah, you can watch the shut up and sit down video.
No,
if
I'm
there's
just gonna believe you.
If there's 3, so usually it's a pair. If there's 3, which means someone had to miss it, and then there had to be a third one, you instantly win the game. Unless it was 3 6s, in which case you need to burn the deck at midnight.
Yep.
I'm down.
There is also, I believe, top and bottom, so it's not just like it matches that one. It's like
I was waiting for someone
it's
to
not
have
just
to.
it doesn't just
You had
match.
to.
Match the one underneath it. If it matches the one underneath that, so it's like a little sandwich, you can slap that.
Yep.
If I believe it adds up to like 10, you can snap that. I believe it's a king and a queen, you can snap that. I want to see how many more there are.
So it's like
if there's 4 in a row or something, you can snap it.
At some point, you can just snap anything, and like, fuck, it's probably
it
something,
sounds
right?
like a
if you
game I
snap
would
it,
fight
no one calls
somebody
you
in.
out on doing it wrong, and you just get to keep it.
Yeah, of course.
Full contact snap.
If
can-
you snap it and then like grab the cards and run, no one can stop you.
Yeah, you can slap 4 in a row, like 5, 6, 7, 8, and also reach around. So if it's king, ace, 2, 3, you can snap that.
Come on, man, you can't just say reach around.
Yeah, I can. Double card,
Oh, Jackie, I'm
double
sorry,
card
bud.
reach around. Yeah,
Come on.
I'll
I
tell
think
you
there
what
are
a
some
reach
other
around
rules
is later, bud.
I think there are some other rules. I think there are some other rules as
you
well.
can probably like put some
no,
of
no.
it together.
Okay, so the one where you can snap the one that's not just
This is not like high
like
level
together,
stuff,
but
dude.
but the sandwich of like snap or 1 and then random 1 and then matches the one underneath that. I'm using hands.
Yeah,
You
we
can
can
also
tell what's
snap
going
if
on.
it matches the first one. So
So
you
if
have
the
to
first,
remember.
if I put down a 3 first and I somehow remember that, and then I put down a 3 later, I get them all.
At any point, if anyone puts down a 3, you snap that whole pile.
Yes,
That's
The whole
Insane.
thing is like, how many fucking rules can you keep in your
I
brain?
would
literally
be
part of the game is
demonstrably
remembering
bad
the
at this
rules.
fucking
You can
game.
also
You want to play it drunk.
to combat.
You
if
want to play it drunk when you know the rules better than anyone else, and you don't tell them. You let them figure it out by annihilating them repeatedly.
I believe if you get it wrong, like you snap and it's not there, you have to like pay a penalty. Like you have
Yeah.
to throw more cards on, or you have to pick up some cards. If you are hovering your hand there, someone else is legally allowed to push it down onto the pile.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I could finally destroy my brother and snap.
So yeah, it's snap, but part of the game is remembering all the rules. So you have to remember what the bottom of the pile is, what's on top, what's underneath that. You have to be seeing if they add up to 10. You have to be seeing if they are like in a sequence. If it's king and queen, you have to snap that. It's fucking insane. I love it.
I want to play this.
It will
A,
absolutely
while
ruin
drunk.
your cards, by the way.
Yeah. B, I have such such shitty short-term memory recall that I would lose instantly. Which
I
is why
wanna
we want to play it drunk.
the way
so
I
I want to
Fun.
play this against you when you are drunk, and also because of your shitty short-term memory, because then I would win.
the way
yeah,
I,
you'd win every time by
the
default.
way, the way I
Nice.
played the one that was similar, at least with a worse name. Yeah, you've got like 2 people that know how it plays, or even 1, right? And they'll just play it. You want to have as many cards as you can get. You win when you have all the cards. But it starts with a neutral deck. So you get people who are on the outskirts watching this game happen, trying to figure out, but anyone can snap in.
Oh man.
And
That's
so
kind
you
of fun and
try and
funky.
work out the rules as you go. By watching it, it's a lot of fun.
That's good. That reminds me of another card game that doesn't suck. Also, shut up, is down as video on it. Called Elysium, which is one person plays God. They set a rule that everyone else has to play cards in a sequence that match that rule. For example, the rule can be red then black. So someone plays a red card, then someone has to play a black card. Red card, black card.
I understand the concept of
This
red
isn't
then black.
like stacking a deck, by the way. This is like laying it out like in a grid. Or you can, like, God can be like, I'm gonna make it so it has to be like double the last one divided by 2 plus or minus 1.
Sorry,
and
wait.
it can't be spades, and every
Sorry,
third
John,
one has to
did
be
you,
clubs.
Was the first thing you said there just double and then divide by 2?
Yeah,
Listen, it'd trip me up.
I think
Double.
we should fucking stop Stop explaining card game rules before I go insane.
Search it up, Elysium. Someone can be like, I know the rule.
Yeah.
I'm going to become a prophet for God. There's points or something. Whatever. It's good.
I do.
I'm
find
just
it funny
making
as hell
plans
that,
for the
like,
next time I
You know
go
what? Fuck it.
drinking.
I'm bringing up another card game, which I played the other day.
No, Cam's gonna
Does
Okay.
this one have a reach around rule?
Shut the fuck up.
No. It is a trick-taking game. This is also I learned from Shut Up and Sit Down card games that don't suck. This is just the Shut Up and Sit Down podcast too. Good podcast. I was going to say friends of the show. I don't know any of them.
You could.
I'm in a parasocial relationship with them. I don't know these people.
when you
It's
jump out of a plane
imagine
with
a
a
trick-taking
fucking
game, which is a
relationship.
game where like you all play a card, right? And whoever wins is whoever gets like the highest of the suit or the highest of the trump suit. But also there's like hidden teams. It's 5 players, 3 versus 2, and then there's like, but the team of 2 is everyone knows one
So
player
you've
on the
got-
team of 2.
So you've got
And
two
then
teams
one
of
of
6.
No, you've got a team of 3, a team of 2. Everyone knows one player of the team of 2, and then one of the other 4 players is that person's secret teammate.
John, I need you to know I have not comprehended a single
Search
fucking
up
thing.
Friscola Kiyamata. It's a good card. Do you know what? Just search up
You've got-
Shut Up and
you've
Sit
got
Down card
two
games that
teams of
don't
6,
suck.
and they're both trying to win the game, but it turns out that they're the same big team. In some kind of Mobius double reach around.
In some kind of Mobius double
There we
reach
go.
around.
We managed to circle
then-
back to Homestuck, where
Yeah,
all things
woo!
begin and end.
That was a Homestuck
That was a
reference?
Homestuck
Mobius
bit.
double reach around.
I'm
is,
sorry
yeah.
I didn't get it when you said there are 2 teams of 6, but they're actually the same big team.
No, don't worry, man. This was to be fair.
And they
like,
have to like make connections to each other. Yeah.
It is always a coin flip that I'm talking about Homestuck. Don't worry about it.
Same.
Yeah.
Not same.
I live in fear.
Well, yeah, because if you'd read Homestuck, you
I
would
live
not have
in
had to
Perth.
Google what a reach around was.
Uh,
You probably would still have had to. Homestuck doesn't really explain it.
Oh my god. It's like we're a
I'm
like
sorry, I have to do you like
so
this.
the coin is on
Googled
one
it
half
live,
of
man.
I did Google it live.
You could have just like not done that.
I googled it live. I went, oh, should I do this? No, I'll do it.
It's not
now.
that big a deal.
Watch you sit there in dead silence.
on one half of the coin is Cam making a Homestuck bit, and the other half of the coin is me making a Homestuck bit. So no matter what, the Homestuck bit always happens. The coin flip doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's like in Homestuck.
Yeah.
So it's time to perform a coup.
Like the
Oh,
game.
are we taking over the podcast?
Yeah, no,
Fuck
it's me
yeah.
and Amelia's
spending
podcast.
7
So-
credits?
All right, man, have fun.
You spending
nice.
7
Alright.
credits to do that?
Can I be a guest on your cool podcast?
Sure,
Okay.
of course, always.
Nice.
What?
You have to
Well,
ask
you can
first.
ask.
What about me?
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
of
it-
course you can come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
all right.
I think we should both be on their podcast at the same
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
But are you paying
Wait,
7
so-
credits to Kumi?
I don't
Fake
to
remember.
Kumi?
uni gamer.
Social
Fake
deduction
uni
game.
gamer.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
fuck.
I
Wait,
hate
no.
her.
Did you just
God
call
damn.
me a fake uni gamer?
Yeah, eat shit.
John, I've been at uni games longer than you've been at uni.
Oh, you want to start that fight?
No, wait, no, I can't. I'm sorry, Cam. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Cool,
Don't worry
beloved
about it.
social
You can
deduction
start that
game.
fight with John.
I can start that fight with John. I won't start that fight with Cam because I know Cam's been...
Starting the fight sets the precedent that you're allowed to, and then I can just win fights.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's just not worth thinking
Oh, wait,
about.
Cam, I have to fight you for calling me out last week.
You did that to yourself.
Yes. But you acknowledged it, so I, have to
I
fist
did
fight you.
acknowledge it.
I thought
I
I was
live
the
to
one that
acknowledge
called out
things.
Amelia last
You
week.
both called me
Oh,
out,
yeah.
but you called me out in a nice way. Cam called me out in a
Look,
Amelia's-
all I
Listen,
did
you
to
did
you
call
what
me
you
out-
tried to do to Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
alright?
Amelia's foot
Listen.
counter derogatory.
I watched this with
We are now
the
an
perfect
Amelia's
group
foot
of people.
counter of, I think, 2 or 3.
I think I don't remember. It's true. You did jump scare me with my own name because I put it on and immediately
That's what
zoned
Jackie
out because
feels
I was
like
fucking
every
sprained.
episode.
Yeah,
Every time you guys bring up the fucking Jackie Chan bit.
Yeah.
the Jackie who bit?
We just
Ah.
Cam. Are we able to even name 5 bits on this podcast?
I can't name 5 bits full stop. There's not enough space in my brain. I've got like 3 things to
Not
think
even
about.
for 5 bits? How
Oh
many
no, if
bits
I
have you
say
got in
5
there?
things, then like one of them at least was randomly generated.
This was a
I
bad
thought-
attempt at a computer science joke.
Ah.
I thought you were
I'm
making
sorry.
a reference to Twitch.tv.
Oh, so... no,
I may be
was...
I may be a computer science student, but like the use of bits, meaning the information amount, is so low down compared to bits being
in the
jokes.
hierarchy
Yeah.
of bits.
It
thought
didn't
they were-
even fucking register for me.
I thought they were bytes.
The bytes are made of bits.
Yeah, 8 bits make a byte.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it 8?
Yeah, I think so.
I've learned
Wait.
something today.
We're learning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is 8 bytes for a bit.
Sorry, is
Sorry,
this
a bit
the
for a byte.
only thing you've learned
Doesn't matter.
this entire podcast?
Yes, I've retained none of this information.
You think
I
you're
spent
gonna
what we
retain
talked
that?
about half an hour
explaining
ago.
card game rules.
You
No,
did.
okay. I
Cyberpunk.
remember. I specifically remember that I want to play Egyptian rat screw next time I'm drinking with you,
Okay, sweet.
and that's all I remember.
The problem I have with Egyptian Rat Screw is my deck of cards that I have. I bought some very fancy.
No,
deck
you
of-
don't want to play any card game with those.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they are a special architecture deck of cards.
Do I
Every single
have-
card has a
Oh,
different.
Are
Like
we about to?
Oh yeah, I
Every
think
single
Jackie and I have the deck for you.
Yeah.
every single card has
oh
a different
boy.
monument on it. So they every instead of just like the king, like the face cards having cool art on them, it's literally every card.
What if we told you there was a completely worthless set of cards that you have access to in Unigames right now? They would almost.
not
pay
buying
you-
any Magic the
they would
Gathering
almost
packs.
no. They will almost pay you to take one of those Game of Thrones decks.
Game
Actually,
of
no.
Thrones decks?
Haven't you,
Haven't
haven't
you
you been
heard?
to a quiz night, John? Have
Every
you never
year
been
they
to
try
a
and get
quiz
rid of
night?
the Game of
Have
Thrones
you never
cards
been
and
to any
then-
of the
What, like Game of
events?
Thrones the card game?
No, Game
No.
of Thrones.
Oh,
Game of
The
Thrones themed playing cards.
cards.
oh,
They're not even like symmetrical upside down. They're so
There's-
bad.
Every time we go to Tactics for number one, love Tactics.
Tactics, shout
Love
out
you,
to I
Tactics.
love them.
Love
It's not
them.
their
They're
fault
wonderful.
that because they keep giving away the cards to us, they can keep doing that, and no one else wants Game of Thrones themed playing cards.
I take them.
Yeah.
Also, I thought you were talking about Game of Thrones, like the LCG for a second. I'm like,
No.
what the fuck? You guys have Game of Thrones LCG cards? I am so oh no, it's just playing
No,
cards.
no.
If anyone ever
for
wants to play an
drinking
LCG with me,
What's
let
an
me know.
LCG?
LCG is stands for Living Card Game. It's basically fantasy flight games. We're making we're making card games, but you don't have to open random packs. All the packs are going to be when we release new cards. You buy a pack. It gives you
A full
a
playset of
full
everything.
playset of every new card we've released.
Huh, nice.
And
And they
So,
made
yeah.
a fuck ton of those, and none of them exist anymore.
Yeah, it turns out that because everyone has all the cards they need if they want to be in it, it's very hard to market properly because, boy, the loot box economy is real and it is what funds Magic the Gathering.
It feels like it's like you applied like a miniatures game thing to a card game
The-
of
the
like
economy's a
a
little bit of a
miniatures game. You just like buy the specific pieces you want. This you can just buy the specific cards you want. Also, I think it was just general unpopularity of like the general difficulty of like getting a new card game up and
Yeah.
going because they did.
You can't play it unless you've got either two sets of
Yeah,
it.
they made some trading
Or a
card
friend
games as
who
well.
also
Like
has
Star
a
Wars
set.
Destiny was a card game.
Well, I know their flagship one was L5R, the card game. L5R, the card game, the new one is.
Can I
it
please?
was neat.
Can I please?
Do you want to?
Do you have any idea how hyped I was for the L5R card game? I mentioned this last week, how I was an L5R fanboy before, and I've never played it. And I'm sure most listeners of the podcast was like, oh yeah, it was like the L5R
hold on.
RPG.
Before we go any further, for everyone who had to Google what L5R is last week.
No, don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Okay, we'll not tell them.
Well, I haven't Googled it, and I still don't know what it
Okay.
means.
Every single episode, we tell them one thing. One of the words. The F5 stands for
no, it's
five.
about
Whoa.
Ivar, who is an elf.
It stands for Legend
It's
of the
Elf
Five Rings.
Ivar.
No.
It is, yeah. Legend
You-
of the
I can't
Five
believe
Rings.
you ruined the
But
bit.
I'm sure everyone was like,
Now it's a week
you
late,
guys-
but you know.
man, he really want to play the L5R RPG. No, I was into the card game. Fuck the RPG.
Which version? Because okay, I
no,
think
the new the rebooted
Okay, the
2017
reboot-
FFG version.
So something fucking nuts about L5R as a setting is that because it was a card game first, and the plot was based off of tournament wins, right?
Huh.
Oh.
Okay,
So
neat.
the things that happened in the L5R overarching story were based on who went to the big L5R tournaments and won, and their decks versus the other decks would actually determine the plot.
That's fun.
Yeah,
there's,
that's
there's
really
some
fun.
really sick YouTube videos about this if you want to hear about it.
Yeah, I think for me it's like that's all I needed to know. In concept, that's good. I don't want to learn a whole card game's whole situation, man.
Yeah, they
But
tried
yeah.
to do that for the reboot as well. So
But it didn't get big
L5R
enough.
was a card game and an RPG, and then in 2017 they've rebooted it to a new card game, which was the LCG, and a new RPG, which was the one we talked about last time.
Well, I talked about both, but yeah.
Yeah. The card game, they were also trying to do like the lore thing. It was really fun. You know, there's like 7 clans you can play. The thing about the L5R card game is it's like, what if you made a card game that was really complicated? And I loved it because it was really fucking complicated. There's like 2 different resources. There's like 5 different page like phases. That's a standard amount of phases. But you have to like you have to search up like the specific action windows you can do things.
Oh man,
That's disgusting. I barely understand how to play like an even slightly complex magic deck. Like, I have a Gishath deck, of
Magic
which the
is
purpose
I
is
love it.
get big, eat thing. That's it. Just make as many dinosaurs as possible. Anything more complicated than that, my brain
Gishath-
breaks.
Is Gishath the one that on
He's a
combat
dinosaur.
damage makes more like it just
Yes.
gets dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that commander deck. I built one from
Oh,
scratch.
Wait,
so
so
that
do
means
I.
3 of us in this room have Gishath decks?
that we made from
Should
scratch.
we fight?
Because I've got the other dinosaur commander in those cards, but I was like, no, Gishath's fun though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
Zakama sucks.
Yes.
Well,
I've
Zakama
got
doesn't
Zakama
suck.
in the deck.
Okay,
Zakama's
Zakama's neat, but, like,
Zakama is good to cheat out.
Zakama is
The
good.
turn, the same
Gishath's
turn that you
fun.
cheat out Gishath,
This
because
is meaningless
Zakama.
to the audience. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Zakama is really good because you untap all your mana and then you can play
you can-
Gishath in the same turn, and then they have 2
What's-
problems to deal with.
What sounds more fun, resource management and efficiency, or hitting someone really hard and that generating a load of dinosaurs to hit people with?
If your answer was resource management and efficiency, please play the L5R LCG. You have like provinces. You have to, when you attack someone, you don't say I attack you with these. You say, okay, I'm going to attack this province out of like 4 with this ring out of 5, this type of combat out of political.
Jesus.
You have to decide.
All right, John.
And then I'm going to attack
If
with
we
these
go any
people.
further on this, the audience is going to leave, but I will try and play this with you.
I have the core set at home.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I'm on board.
Oh man!
The thing that sucked about the L5R LCG as well is that the core set, because it was a core set, it's like, here's beginner. There are 7 clans, so they want to give you cards from all the clans, but that's a lot of cards. So what they do is they give you 1 card. If you want a full playset of the cards in the core set, you need to buy it 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which also
business
gives
model.
you... Yeah, so it's like, you start playing it, oh, okay, that's $150.
Oh.
However, you do spend $150 when it first came out. You do get every card in the game.
Yeah, it's a rough ask though. I can understand.
Yeah.
there's
150
issues.
is steep, is the problem.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
They discontinued the card game. I think the RPG is still going. I was so heartbroken they discontinued the card game, even though I never played it outside of just with some friends.
I think the best way to play card games is to just like get into a meta that is going to disappear in like 4 weeks, and then like just play that for like only 2 weeks with no resources. I've really gotten like my best fun I've ever had playing Magic has been when I've been like doing a sealed league, because it's like, oh, there's no meta here. You get 4 fucking packs, you build the best deck you can, and you just fist fight everyone else doing the same thing.
That's why I love fucking Jumpstart so much, because you just get 2 packs, you smash them together, and that's what you've got. You got to
Have you
make
heard
it
of
work.
I do like the
Keyforge?
building aspect though.
I love Keyforge. Keyforge is good.
I can't get behind Keyforge.
Okay, what did you say?
I can't get behind it, man.
That's fair. My memory of Keyforge is another card game made by FFG, which like didn't go as well as they hoped. They fucking pumped out card games that didn't go as well as they hoped. Star Wars Destiny didn't go as well as they hoped. L5R didn't go as well as they hoped. Keyforge didn't go as well as they hoped.
The problem with
Android
card
Netrunner was really well liked. Was starting to fall off. They've revamped it. They pulled out 2nd edition. They introduced rotation, and then they were like, Mr. Andrew Garfield, who owns the rights to the Netrunner to Android Universe, can we renew our license so we can keep making this game? And he was like, no. And then it just died immediately after they
Holy
revived
shit.
it.
The thing with card games is that, fuck, it's a huge amount of commitment you got to get into a card game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you really need a lot of other people to be in it. For
The
it to
amount
be
of
worth
card
it.
games I try to get into before these card games I've described, I try to get into before playing Magic, and then I'm just playing Magic because that was
It's the same with
Yeah, no, that's the exact reason I got into Magic, is because all my buds were playing it, and
Yeah,
I would
that's the best
spend
reason to do
time with my
anything.
friends.
It's like with wargaming, it's almost impossible to get into anything other than like the big Games Workshop stuff.
That's why I almost got into wargaming, because all my fucking friends were playing it.
If your friends are doing something, that's a fun thing
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Now I just sit there and paint my little fucking dragons,
I think
and
it
everyone
was-
else does their armies.
good for me. Of all my friends at once got into like a miniatures game together, of X-Wing miniatures game, which is probably like
yeah, that's a fun one.
the best. I don't know. It was like the highest selling miniatures game behind Warhammer.
I wouldn't be surprised.
X-Wing does sound really fun, actually.
I think
we
I've-
used to go to the
I've
the
played
local.
a little bit. I think I donated some of it to Uni Games as
I've
well.
got a shit
That
ton
sounds
in my
correct.
house.
It sounds like that sounds like something
It's
I
a neat
like.
little war game. It's doing stuff that nothing else is doing, which I like.
Yeah, there's still tournaments in Perth.
Fucking love
one of my
X-Wings
one of my
too.
friends who me and one of my friends used to go to our local game store every
That was
every
me, I'm
Thursday and
sorry.
play X-Wing.
Happens all the time.
The community of that store slowly died down, and then when second edition came out, which solved a lot of problems with X-Wing, but the problem is when you're a high school student, none of your friends want to pay more money to play the game you're already playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is still X-Wing tournaments in Perth. One of my friend
it's a
literally
big game.
went there like last weekend. I still want to talk about Keyforge.
Go for it.
Keyforge.
This is the card games episode.
We thought we were coming into this as the Warrior Cats episode, but
I'm sorry that I have.
plot twist.
I'm sorry that I went on a Cyberpunk Edge Runners rant, and now I'm on my card games.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry that we all genuinely enjoy card games.
I hate.
I was going to say earlier, that card games are bad.
Fight.
True.
Hard anti-card game stance.
We are towing
I don't believe
closer
Game
and
of Thrones
closer
LCG,
to
another card
fighting
game
people.
that FFG didn't go as well as they thought. Arkham Horror is pretty good apparently. Keyforge is the thing about Keyforge is that you cannot build a deck.
Yeah,
How it works? You don't buy packs, you buy decks. Decks
yeah.
are randomly generated. So
Oh, that's funky.
the
I kind
deck,
of like that.
and you cannot change the cards in a deck. So you buy a deck. It has been randomly generated, so it is unique. No other deck is like it, and every deck has a unique card back, so that no deck can you cannot move cards between decks. You buy a deck, and that's the fucking deck.
Oh, I don't like that.
I
bothers
really
me.
like that. Me
That's the
fighting.
thing. That's the thing about Keyforge, right? You either love it because you don't have to care about fucking meta decks and shit. You can just or building your own deck
Yeah.
or all that shit. You just buy a deck and you just play it, right?
In theory, yeah, but
And then the flip side of that is, god damn it, you cannot just buy cards and build a deck. You have to buy a fucking deck.
Yeah.
And also, I assume that any kind, because I something I do like about card games when I play them is deck building, right? And I'm no good at it, and because I have limitations on if I don't think a mechanic is fun, I'm not doing it, right? I inherently have bad commander decks because I'm I refuse to use certain
same.
things that are ubiquitous but good. I don't use tutors. If you can search the card out of your deck, you're an idiot. You're playing a card game. You should be drawing cards. The deck should do things by itself at random. God damn it. Stop searching. Your deck should not be consistent. It should do something else. Anyway, this is a wild opinion to have that no one will share. But I like to build decks. I like to make interactions myself, and losing that sounds horrible, but also, it sounds like if you tried to do any kind of competitive scene, which seems like it would be a bad idea here anyway, but
No,
it's
that was
just
a competitive scene.
it sounds like it's okay, now you're going to try and purchase the good deck at random.
Yeah.
Or you can just
It does
buy
just kind
decks
of-
online.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
can
saying.
trade
but,
decks.
That sucks.
It sounds very pay to win, if that makes sense.
I would argue Magic's more pay to
Magic
win.
Magic is
more-
extremely
okay,
pay to win.
This is the endless Keyforge debate.
With Magic, you can at least specifically buy the cards you want,
Yeah.
right? Which are, in theory, produced at a mass scale. No, Magic is worse because it
Yes,
is more
it
expensive.
Absolutely.
And because the
is.
power scale has been going on for so long. But in Keyforge, if there was I don't know, say one of the first decks they ever printed was fucked up more powerful than anything else they've ever printed since,
Yeah.
imagine how much it would cost trying to get a hold of one of those.
I
If
would
they just
say
didn't print it
it's-
anymore.
That is somewhat. Oh, I've forgotten the word.
Remember
here.
that every deck is
Yeah,
unique.
every
So if
deck
they
is
build a
unique.
super fucked up deck, that's the only one that can exist.
How much would it cost?
Who knows? I literally
Yeah, it'd be
never
a
looked at
nightmare.
prices.
To be fair, I think if you're going to bring cost into a game, you've ruined something already.
I think
because
it's fun to
it's a
also,
nightmare, but
you also pick up a deck and you kind of explore the interactions in it.
yeah, no, for sure. I do see the appeal. I just like deck building.
Yeah.
The game was very interesting. It was designed by Richard Garfield, by the way.
It was. It was him being like, "I finished designing Magic. It is now time to design a new card game."
No,
that has
I think-
fixed everything.
No, his
was
I
somebody-
think his basic
oh,
premise
no.
was, I want to bring back that experience of early Magic and drafting Magic into a game, because very early Magic people didn't build meta decks. You kind of just had the cards you had and you put them together. So I think it
table
was
game.
him trying to kind of recreate that in a card game.
No, that's fair. My favorite format, Sealed League, which I think recreates that feeling but still gives you the input.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. What was I going to say about Keyforge? Oh, last time I played
those
it,
tokens.
I played it against Harry. Do you know
Lauren.
Harry?
I love Harry Trumbull is also who taught me how to play Keyforge.
Exactly. So,
Shout out to Harry
he
Trumbull,
was
friend of the show.
yeah. Shout out to Harry Trumbull.
Harry Trumbull, I think, has a message I haven't replied to yet. He messaged me.
He was my
earlier
fresher
today.
DM. That's how I knew him.
King.
Oh, lovely.
But he was like, do you want to play Keyforge sometime or something? And I remember playing against him, and I had a deck which was clearly better than all of his decks. So
Oh
at
my
one point I was
God.
like, you want to play again? He's like, no.
I'm
He's like, no, I don't think I will. Oh, and I think that was the moment where he realized the flaws in the game.
Oh no! When was this?
This was quite a while. This must have been
Was
a
this-
year or
Okay.
maybe 2 years ago.
quick Harry Trumbull update. I'm in a game with him at the moment. It's a Burning Wheel game. So it's very like low medieval fantasy with high fantasy elements.
Jackie just dropped her fucking phone.
Harry still can't fucking walk past the option to play a cleric. He doesn't like
That's
playing
iconic.
clerics, but he always plays clerics. It's like, oh, I can be a man of the cloth.
Oh shit!
I
Oh,
was gonna be a dwarf and have fun, but I guess.
I guess I have to.
Literally, he's like, when this cleric dies, I can play the dwarf I want to play, and I'm like, you can just do that. I love him so
Harry
much.
Trumble's a wonderful man, and my Harry Trumbull update is he's messaged me that Disco Elysium is on sale.
Oh, nice! You should get it. It's
I
very
need to
good
play
if you
that.
like
Disco
video game
Elysium is
RPGs.
really good.
I really wish I could get into Disco Elysium.
The fresher campaign that Harry ran for us is still ongoing. It is slowly crumbling apart every year. But
Unfortunately.
I'm still on the Discord server, and some people in it are still playing. It kind of crumbled. It was going strong until I was like, I'm not looking forward to Tuesday nights me DMing anymore. This feels like a
Aw.
chore.
Oh yeah, no, because I remember you guys
That
ended
does
up like
happen
Harry
sometimes.
wasn't able to really GM, so it switched into you being the GM.
No, it switched into a different
No, someone else.
someone else. He's not a Cam Hall guy. I don't even know if he doesn't even go to uni. I don't know how he ended up in a
Doesn't
fresher
even
campaign.
go here.
It does happen.
Thank
Fresher
you.
games. Like, my fresher campaign from last year is the moment this semester ends, we're going to try and find a day that none of us have anything and just finish the fucking campaign because it's the end of the second year and we've played like 4 times this
Guess
year.
how many people in my fresher campaign still go to uni?
2, 3.
One.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've referenced
Soul
my fresher
fucking
campaign
survivor.
from 2012 when I was a fresher once tonight by accident.
I can tell you who was in my fresher
Those
campaign.
things sit in
after.
your limbs.
But yeah, it was taken
can't
over
leave.
by another player in our game. He ran a campaign. Was like, guys, I think I borked it. Can we start again after
my
a
God.
bit?
Oh, I'd be like that.
It was like, it wasn't that long. It was like 4th session. So we started again.
Yeah.
It went for a while. Eventually, he was like, actually, I think I was going to do this pre-gen campaign. I'm like, if you're switching, can I try? And then I was a GM for a while. I did enjoy it. I made that world I explained last
Yeah,
time, which I like that world a lot. And then I kind
World's
of got
fun.
sick of it. And I think when I stopped GMing, they were like, let's play Soulbound now.
Oh, neat.
Because a couple of players like that, and like one of the players' brothers. But me and 2 other guys. Actually, no.
So that's a fun game if you want to play a truck of
depends.
a man or a blender.
Actually, we added players after Harry left. So if you're
Campaign of
counting
Theseus.
if you're counting the players that were added afterwards, 2 go to uni still. Shout out to Cormac.
That. Cormac was in your game.
Yeah, Cormac was in my game.
When did Cormac become a Unigames fresher? Did he not join a campaign?
No. So basically, after Harry left GMing our campaign, we basically weren't really a fresher
Yeah, no.
campaign
At that
anymore.
point, you're not a fresher campaign.
Yeah,
At that
and
point, you're
that's
just
when
a
Cormac
group.
joined.
Yeah.
Or are you a team?
Shut the fuck up.
We're a group.
Oh my god. What is the difference between a group and a team? Well, teams do team things. And
Mostly
groups
the
are-
spelling.
Okay, we haven't got much time left, so I want to get through the rest of the things my podcast bits list.
Yes, rapid
Egyptian
fire, let's
Rescue
go.
Rules done. Warrior Cats done. Way of
Done.
Kings.
Done.
Pardon?
Way of Kings.
Oh
good.
man, I've just finished
crabs.
part 1 of the first book of Way of Kings, like literally last night. I fucking love it so much.
I'm glad.
Yeah, we're ostracizing Jackie with this conversation.
As we would never do that
Jackie?
on this podcast.
You can
Hi.
catch up with my current reading very easily because it's currently the book that Merle and I read to each other when we're driving.
That's so cute.
You
That's
You
so
guys-
wait,
wholesome.
you
to
say
each
this
other
as
while
if
you're
I'm in
driving?
your car.
No, as in
often.
like, do you know how fast you read a book if you're reading it only during like car trips? Out loud?
Oh yeah, okay, I've caught up.
Yeah, you can catch up.
I'm
you can
no, for a second I thought
you
the
can
implication.
surpass Merlin in speed
I
with
thought
this.
the implication there was
No.
Jackie is being put in Cameron
No,
because
because you would start way in. Well, not way in. We're a bit in.
Can I talk about Way of Kings?
Yes, no.
I love it
please.
so much. I highly recommend it. It's What are you two doing?
Jonah's making fun of me.
Jackie's been hiding in my car during our reading sessions, apparently.
I love it. I love the world building. I was recommended to read Brandon Sanderson stuff, like almost 2 years ago now, and I just like, I don't know what happened. I just like never picked it up. And then the week I came back, like barreling back into Cameron Hall after just kind of being a hermit for a year and a half, I was recommended to read Way of Kings, and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds neat. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Oh yeah, this is kind of neat. And now I've got like extreme brainworms for this fucking thing. Everything is crabs. I love that it's crabs. I love the world building. Shallan is just, I love her so much. She is becoming my blobber. I love her.
It's a good book.
Gonna sell the voice clip of Amelia saying Blorbo as an NFT.
That's an NFT.
This is a joke.
No,
I would not
my only
support
blorbo
NFTs.
is my dog.
Luna's your Blorbo?
Yeah, I just do not form blorbo
Okay.
with fictional characters.
So you finished part 1 of book 1.
Yes, because I forgot to bring part 2 with me to
Have
cite.
you met the best character yet? Adeline.
Dog whistle it. I was complaining to John about this. I have not yet been able to get behind Adeline.
That's fair.
You were saying you hated him.
I didn't know. Okay,
I love him so much.
speak
Yeah,
with a
he's
lot
good.
of hyperbole.
He's the closest thing I have to a blobbo.
I
Like, I've talked with Merlin about this. I don't have a blobbo. It's not how I work, but, like, Adeline's pretty close.
I feel like, for me, the closest in Way of Kings is Kaladin, which might make me basic as hell, but fuck you all. I love
Kaladin
that
is
man.
fun.
I like Kaladin, but Adeline is, like...
Kaladin is...
I like cocky duelists.
he
They're a
is
lot of
incredibly
fun.
cocky.
Kaladin's like a cocky duelist sometimes, but he's also
He's
depressed.
he's also just massively depressed all of the time.
Okay, so the thing with Adeline is that as the books go on, he is the lens through which you realize that Brandon Sanderson really loves his wife.
Oh, yeah. Okay. To be fair, I'm like 3% of the way into what is going to become this huge fucking series.
Oh, yeah.
So at the moment, Adeline's still kind of a dick for me. So
Oh, no,
I
he's...
complained to John about Adeline, and he's like, "Oh, I love Adeline so much," and I'm like, "How?"
Adeline is absolutely being a dick, and I'm like, no, I like him though.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We need to get the rest of the top. Way of Kings, Cyberpunk Edge Runners was my next topic. The next topic I had was Ace Attorney ?
Ace Attorney?
Don't get us
question
started,
mark?
we're gonna
What
be here
about
for
Ace
another hour.
Attorney?
Ace Attorney ?
Ace Attorney is
You
about
get
a
2 minutes
fighter pilot who
I have-
gets
You get
into
2
some
minutes
legal
to talk
troubles.
about Ace Attorney.
Fuck, it is on my fridge. It is.
Yeah, it is your fridge thing.
Ask me about Ace Attorney, and I think in brackets I've got Narumitsu at the bottom.
You can talk about the great Ace Attorney
I
if
can
you want
talk
to screw over
about
Autumn.
how Jackie texted me one time at 3 a.m. because she was crying over her Pacific Rim Ace Attorney fanfiction, and she had not yet consumed any Pacific Rim media. So she consumed Pacific Rim up until about 6 months ago entirely through the lens of an Ace Attorney fanfiction.
No, what, 6 months? I watched the movie like last year.
Last year, okay.
Last year.
Phoenix, right? More like...
Phoenix wrong.
Don't you dare, Cam.
All right, I won't.
You can't do
So
it.
Okay,
bad
the audience
guy.
will never know what I was going to say.
I miss you.
Okay, the next point on my bits list was Weezer 2.
Wait,
I
was
already
that
made
the Ace
that bit.
Attorney bit? No, I want to get that.
Then
No,
you had your
The
chance.
audience is consuming Ace Attorney through the same lens that you consumed Pacific Rim, which is that fucking fanfiction.
Guys, just like with Warrior Cats, you're like, no, I can't say anything. And we're
Guys,
like, all right,
we
we'll
can't
move
have
on.
this-
What?
We can't have this be the first ever 2-hour podcast.
Oh,
Why
good
not?
I'll do it.
God.
The
We
final
can make
thing
it
on
the
my
first
list
of a
was
4-hour
my dad
podcast
listening
if we're
to
not
the
weenies.
podcast.
Your dad listened to the
Your
podcast.
dad listened to the podcast?
I told him about it, and I sent him it, but he didn't end up listening to it. But he was like, the other day we were having dinner, because my sister is in Spain now for like 8 months. He was like, I listened to your podcast. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it came off my YouTube, and I clicked it, and I watched the first
Terrifying.
5 minutes. And the first thing he does is just like, so what comedians do is they... He immediately goes into giving me comedy advice.
Well, what was the advice?
Basically that they like practice bits like over and over. Like they like write a script, they practice the bits over and over,
if
and
we
then
were
they throw
writing
it out.
like scripts for this, we would be suffering so much.
No,
Yeah, also-
scripts are important sometimes.
But not for what? Like, okay, yes, this could be a very different
For a
experience.
YouTube video, I'll
YouTube
say,
video.
yeah.
YouTube video, yes. Podcast.
We're not here to be a professional
My
goddamn
my
production.
sister-
We're here so that people can be like, no, we can use the units for equipment.
I was like trying to like get across that like that my vision for the podcast is not that it's scripted. Like, the closest I'm going to get is the bit topics
for sure.
to talk about. And I'm trying to kind of explain that, but, like, he also has a point of, like, sometimes you don't have anything to talk about, I suppose. But my sister was, like, trying to, like, argue both ways as well. I love my sister and my dad, by the way. They can be annoying sometimes, but this is not me complaining about them too much. My sister was like, maybe you just write a script for it and, like, give it a try, and, like, if it works, it works, and if not, it doesn't work. Like, this is decent advice, but, like, imagine if this entire podcast was scripted.
Good. Can you
Like,
imagine
what am I even writing about? Am I writing, like, every joke and, like, every person talking over the other person? Like, it's not the same podcast
don't worry, John.
anymore.
John, I've got the solution for you. We open up Discord, we start a channel, it's just us four. We have a conversation for about we keep on writing until we have enough words to fill up about an hour and a half, and then we get on the fucking room.
I've got it. We just hire a full-time concierge for me to write down the things that I say.
See, little does the audience know, but this all happened before this episode.
Yeah, this is our second attempt.
Yeah, like...
Wait, no, sorry.
Cam, that is not on the script.
Cam, you've gone off
We're
script.
We're
going to have to
now.
shoot
All right,
you.
starting again.
Fuck.
Hi, welcome to the...
We've been here for 6 hours.
Welcome
About
to 9 Inch
6
Nails 2.
Ah, shit. So today we're talking about warrior cats.
And
No,
Cyberpunk.
we're fucking not.
And the way of kings.
And
way
Ace
of
Attorney, question
cats.
mark?
The way of cats.
Wave of cats.
I gotta say, it was neat to put power armor in fantasy. I think that was dope.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm going to discuss these thoughts that I'm having off the podcast. Otherwise, I'm just going to spoil what came kind of late in the book I was reading. So I think it counts as a spoiler.
To be fair, kind of late in the book of Uranius, halfway through the first book of a 10-book series.
Yeah.
You know that book?
Only
It's
4
going
of
to
them
be
exist so
It's
far.
going to be done in like 20 years or something.
Yeah, man.
So in 20 years, we can have the.
To be fair, Sanderson, it could probably be 10.
He writes one every 3 years.
Yeah, but
I think.
sometimes he'll be like, oh, fuck, I tripped over and accidentally wrote 14 more books.
Yeah, but if he ever does that, he's just going to write more.
He wrote a Mistborn book as the warm-up for writing 2 Mistborn books.
He did do that. He did do that, didn't he?
He is completely beyond comprehension.
Yeah. Okay, final thoughts of the podcast, Cam.
Oh, Jesus. You can stop doing this
Okay,
quickly.
Amelia.
I don't have
Jackie?
any thoughts.
Wait, final thoughts about the podcast?
Final thoughts of the podcast. Your final statement.
Okay, you can't
of
do
the podcast.
worse than Jack, who said a 40k line that made him sound like the edgiest atheist that we had. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, hate being put on the spot for anything.
Okay,
Okay,
mine
no,
is
no,
that
no, no,
I
no,
think
no.
your shirt is really fucking funny.
Oh, yeah,
shirt-
it's great.
his
No,
Utah
don't
Rock
explain it.
shirt.
No, don't. Okay,
The audience
my
has to
shirt
guess.
says
He's reading it upside
Utah
down.
rocks.
Yeah.
It then has a picture of 5 national parks in Utah with their names. It then says depositing, layering, carving, eroding,
Geological processes, but in Comic Sans.
Comic Sans?
I think it's Comic Sans.
faulting, it's not Comic Sans. Sliding, I'm trying to read this upside down in front
I
of me.
noticed. You can stand up
Petrifying,
and I can read it.
John?
Lifig.
Jesus,
John,
man.
I don't want to distract you, but I looked over and I misread
Good.
arches as bitches.
Turns out that shirt has no bitches.
Collapsing, folding, and flowing.
Flowing, we've come full circle!
Now you've got to put that bit in at the
The
start.
geologic story of Utah. This shirt is so
now we
good,
have
but
to
it's
put
so
in the fucking 2 to
cringe.
3 minutes of piss jokes from before the podcast.
I refuse. Jackie, final
I do
thoughts.
actually have a final thought. It is, if you actually do want to talk to me about Ace Attorney, please come and talk to me about Ace Attorney. It
I'm
is
sorry
my
we couldn't
favorite
fit it in
game
the podcast.
series. Just get me on next time. Not
Yeah.
next time.
Okay, final thought for Cam. I forgot to set a deadline for how long you've got to argue with me about D&D. Until next week is how long you've got before I win by default.
Oh, let's fucking go, Cam. I'm joking. No, Cam, wait, no.
They're gonna fist fight in the TAV parking lot next
Way
week
Mac
Friday.
is too far away.
my final thought is I finished Players, a mockumentary about League of Legends esports professionals. It was really fucking good.
That's what it's about.
Oh my god.
Cream
we
cheese
finished
is
it.
like Vriska for real.
Cream cheese is like what if you took the fucking chilies out of pimento cheese.
Okay, wait, not me. Final thought is in the intro to Players, there is a bit where they are all talking very solemnly, and there's a line which just says, "Very sadly, that could have been the perfect setup for a wombo combo," and it gets me every time. Thanks for listening.
I really need a shirt.
That's like my